How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome back to Gold Rush. 3 days to go until the end of the leaderboard. I thought I'd come back and do another stream. I've got to do today, tomorrow, pardon me, and then Saturday, because joys of life. I think I'm going to be doing this until the end. And then I've got to get around to actually doing my video of explaining what's going on with the channel. That I know people have been a little bit like, what's going on, where's the new videos, and so on and so forth. All will be explained. I want to get through the season mode first, collect my thoughts, and then tell you all what's happening. So apart from that, I'm going to get into this now. Going to load up my game and just going to start digging a little bit. I was supposed to do a little bit last night and I kind of got sidetracked, so I didn't do anything. So wherever I'm at now is whatever I was doing just after I finished the stream. So apart from that, it's all good. Hopefully you're all having a good week. First week back into 2024, and I'm going to be honest, it's been tiring. It's been exhausting, but we're getting through it slowly but surely. We are working our way towards the end of the first week. What's up? I'm doing all good, man. Thank you very much for kicking by. Right, here we go. Right, I've got to dig. So I set this up a little bit just before I came online because I was like, I wanted to get everything sort of done, and yeah, I knew what was going on then. Just need to check. There's my camera, fantastic, and it's getting dark. Right. So I drew a line in the sand. All this area is what I'm taking from this side, and I'll work on the other side as well. But yeah, apart from that, it's just getting through it all now. I'm just slowly but surely trudging my way through. But hopefully it's all good. I'm just going to sit here and like dither away, and whatever I finish on is whatever I finish on. I'd like to hit like 100 ounces, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean, I have got 3 days left, and it didn't take very long to like flatten out this bit of land and keep digging, so you never know, I might actually hit it. We'll just have to see how things go. 100,000 ounces would be pretty damn good though. That's not bad for the first time. You know, first leaderboard in, first this, first that. Shout out towards Twitch watchers who are watching. I don't think people really watch on Twitch. Like, I haven't really looked. The reason why I haven't really looked is because like once you finish a stream on Twitch, it's like, okay, it's done. And then I stopped paying attention, really. Because my main focus is like what I'm doing right now, and then what I'm going to be doing in the future, and all the other stuff that keeps like piling up in my brain. Apart from that, we're all right. For the record, my headache is gone after 3 bloody days. I'm happy. I had to buy another load of paracetamol today. My neck's still a little bit jarry, still a bit fudgy uppy, but apart from that, I'm all right. I'm still really annoyed by how you can twinge your neck by doing absolutely nothing. That really frustrated me, if I'm going to be honest. But apart from that, yep, kids are fine. They weren't as much of a butthead this morning, so I think they're slowly getting back into a routine of being at home, which is nice. Still getting up at like 4:30, 5, which is annoying. But apart from that, they're not screaming as much. I mean, Ollie refused to get dressed this morning, and I still don't know why. So he was running around the house in his birthday suit, and refused to throw, because he seems to be a bit slow on the whole like going to the toilet at night thing. So we're going to be doing we're going to be doing toilet training overnight soon. But he was basically running around the house naked this morning because I told him to put his nappy in the bin, and he screamed and shouted at me and said no. And I was like, well, I ain't doing it. So I grabbed his hand, used his hand as one of those like claw machines you get. So you direct it, pick things up. I was using his hand as that, and then he picked up his own thing and then put it in the bin. But yeah, that was the fun joys of my morning. And then the rest of it was spent sitting here just going, I've got to put together a plan in my head, because I've got to start recording up for the other channel. And that's part of the plan. So I've already started doing videos for it, but I've now got to work on something to go like big or go home sort of thing. So at the end of a series, it has to be a bigger video. Over 30 years of age, things just break over 40, farting too. So no, I don't have that much of a problem. It's like, for me, it was more like, oh, I just left my truck running. So all I was doing is I was bending my neck forward and I was peeling off a label off of a bolt, and because of that, the muscle in it, right, the one that runs straight between your shoulder blades, right down the middle, that one twinged, and then I was like, it looked like I was stuck on a board. I couldn't move my head. So many little random things happened. It's like, great. But apart from that, I'm okay. I don't really have many other problems. Apart from just me. I started watching this financial dude called Caleb Hammer, I think his name is. Well, that's his. Obviously, I think his name is Caleb. I don't know if his last name is Hammer. I don't think so. But he does like financial auditing on people, and he was the guy who did like a financial audit on Boogie. So I watched that one. I was like, this is actually quite interesting to see what people screwed up in their lives. Like myself, I went bankrupt, so it sort of resonates with me a little bit. And I was watching these people. I was like, wow, these people are like really screwed up. Like, I mean, I thought I was bad. Turns out, compared to them, I'm almost an angel. Almost. But, I mean, I have a bad streak in me, but not as bad as these people. Like, some of them were taking loans upon loans to pay off a loan, to pay off another loan. They got a loan out to pay on another. I was like, what? This guy was like, I think the couple that I watched last night, they were $125,000 in debt. And they had, like, back payments on this, that, and the other, and their credit cards were, like, maxed out and everything. And I was like, what did you spend all your money on? It was, like, cars, like, big things. There was a woman on there who was a stripper. She earned $12,000 a month for doing what she was doing. And she had $68,000 of outstanding debt. And she hadn't paid her IRS for, like, a year. And that was, like, 50 grand. It's like, all you had to do was just pay your bills. Stop taking out finance. You earn a shed ton of money a month. Seriously. Like, 12 grand a month, right? As a stripper. Put that into UK terms, that is a shed ton of money. It's about, I want to say it's about £15,000 a month. And I was just sitting there going, you what? That's just a massive amount of cash. And then she was just farting it all away, basically. But yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday, and I got sort of like lost in time. Just didn't know what I knew what the time was, but then I wasn't really aware of what I was doing. I was just like monged out in my head. See, you're dealing with what I deal with in the summer. Like, for like the UK heat is like that. It's hot, humid, sticky and horrible. It's disgusting. So I don't envy you. I mean, the problem is you got it a little bit worse because you're in Australia. So it's always hot in Australia. Is it also true that you don't say put another shrimp on the barbie? Is that just a stereotype that we've developed over years? Do 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 do. Diggy diggy ho. Diggy diggy ho. Yeah, I think it's Thursday, so it's going to be like a real quieter stream today. Lots of people going back to work and school and everything else, so yeah, it's going to be chill. bum, 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 bum. That was a hook from an ad to America to visit Australia. We don't call them shrimps, we call them prawns. Oh, so we call them prawns as well. Can't take much off of that wall because I'm right on my tracks. And I'm going to have to turn and go down the other side at some point. So. Doo-doo. Ba, 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 ba. Still good though, like 3 days to go on this game. It means I actually, apart from going away for Christmas, I haven't really stopped playing. It's been alright actually. Okay, we're on rotation 1, so that's fine. Talking about the heat, I got a better tolerance than 99% of POMs. I don't complain when it gets to over 20 to 25. So for me, I don't complain until it starts hitting 25. So I'm naturally a hot person all the time. Like even in the winter, I'm like it is now in the UK. I can sit around in a t-shirt and shorts happily. I mean, if it wasn't peeing hard with rain, I'd probably opt to wearing shorts as well, but it doesn't really bother me. So at 25 degrees is where it reaches my physical limit of heat. Like after that, I just don't like it. So when it gets to like when it got to 40 here a couple of times, yeah, I wasn't comfortable. And then nighttime temperatures here, we have no aircon. 99% of the houses in the UK don't have aircon. You have fans, or you have your own aircon unit, which you went out and bought. And all our houses are made of bricks to keep the heat in when we need it, but it doesn't get rid of the heat. Most of our houses are all insulated, so the heat doesn't escape. We've all got double glazing, even triple glazing windows, which means the heat doesn't get out. And then over time, it just turns into a sweatbox. And when you're in a sort of like sun-facing flat like we are, the sun is on this flat all day. All it does is just get hotter. And when it comes to like dead summer, and you're like, it's been like 34 all day, it normally goes down to a nice like 27, and you got to sleep in that as well. And it's humid, and it's horrible, and it's sticky. That's when like the UK becomes a little bit unbearable. For winter, we have literally we go down to minuses or sit where we are. At the moment, it's 6 degrees outside, according to the temperature thing that's on my computer. Which, that's alright, I can deal with that. And that's 6 degrees centigrade, or Celsius, sorry, not Fahrenheit. Yeah, the way that the UK is done, like in the winter, our buildings are actually good. You know, we're fairly well protected against the elements. Apart from if you get a leaky roof or things like that, or your heating breaks, then you're done. I mean, to put this into perspective, we've only put our heating on like twice in the last 8 months, because the PCs that we have literally keep this flat warm during the winter. The kids' room doesn't normally need to be heated up because they're never here; they're at school. When it comes to the evening times, we chuck the heating on if it's really cold. If not, they've got extra blankets we put on their beds. They've got big woolly pyjamas as well that they get for the Christmas, so they've got like actual warm pyjamas. So everything we do for them is like it. You don't need to spend extra money to heat your house because it's livable. So we're actually all right. So we don't really turn the heating on unless you're having a bath or a shower and obviously like that sort of thing. But apart from that, no, we haven't really used the heating this year. When I say year, like between now and go back one. Where I get the coldest it gets, maybe like -1 if the wind is blowing or something. Yeah. Well, I haven't got any snow-covered mountains. Not near me, at least. But the coldest it's got here before is... I think the coldest I remember it is like -15. That was about it. I think it was about that. -10 maybe. Can't remember now. Getting old. The temperature is not the problem, the humidity makes it feel... Yeah. I would agree. Also the wind, but you don't have that issue when you're indoors. Yeah, when I used to work outside, it was one of those things. So I've experienced that as well. Like as I said, wind and rain, like the wind and cold, never really bother me. Like I'm it's all right. You just chuck a. I haven't even to put this into perspective. I live in the UK. It rains most of the time. I don't own a coat. I haven't owned a coat for since I lived at home. So it's been a long time. So I've just lived in hoodies my whole time. I've just got used to just, if it's cold, it's cold. I just carry on. When I used to work outside, I only had to wear a coat if it was raining. Most of the time I just walk around in a shirt or a jumper. But I'm one of those people. It doesn't really bother me. The only time I'll really get bothered with like being cold is if I'm sick. Then I'll feel it. And Kerry can normally tell if I'm sick or not, because I normally sit here, wrap myself up in a hoodie, and then start feeling sorry for myself. that's literally that's the giveaway. And if my door goes, that's the postman. So. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. That didn't work too well. I've been living in the UK for a few years now, getting used to the weather. Coming from a country where minus 25 dry cold is not as cold as minus 10 humidity. Really, but yeah, like the UK it's funky. The humidity is what kills like the cold, and it gets really bad as well in the summer. And it's all because we're on a really small island, and that's basically the reason. So it is one thing when people say like when you go away and you go to a hot country, it's a different kind of heat because over here it's a sweatbox, and then in the winter it's like the bite of the cold because of the humidity. It sucks just in general. But I think this is why a lot of people in the UK just complain about the weather, because there's nothing else really to do. You know, it's the one thing that really keeps us going, because it keeps changing so much that no one can ever really get used to it. I find it fun though, you know. It's one of those things. I don't actually mind the weather. It's just a good topic of conversation when you're talking to another British person. It's just a very weird ecosystem. Like in Australia, I expect it to have like... I expect Australia always to be hot. In my head, if you want to go on a holiday where it's never really that wet and windy and horrible, you go to Australia, or you go to Spain apparently. If you want like a little bit more of a varied experience and you just want to travel a bit, go to America. You get almost every type of weather in one massive country. If you want to start sweating your bollocks off, go to like South America, that sort of thing. So it's one of those things. It's if you just want a country that's going to keep you on your toes, you never really know what's going to happen, and it's always like an adventure to find out, live in the UK. Spain is worse in the summer. Yeah, your brain shuts down in the afternoon because yeah, that's why siestas were invented. Yes, it's midday. We must all go to sleep now because it's so hot outside. Or go into your house where you have aircon. It sounds like you need to get a culture over Stina from. No, we got a culture. We're so random it doesn't matter. That is our culture. Our culture is to complain about the thing that always changes. Because it just works. It's like Todd Howard, man. The UK is Bethesda. It just works. Nothing else works. Just the weather. It's like a glitch in the Matrix. It really is. It was like I went to a music festival years and years and years ago, and I was looking at I was looking at the weather before I went, and it said, you know, there's going to be chances of rain. It might, you know, there might be like some heavy stuff, this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then I took shorts, t-shirts, and that was really about it. For the whole of the weekend I was away, it was like 28 degrees, blazing sunshine, really blue skies. I got sunburnt. Like I think I suffered from sunstroke at that point. But the weather was like, yeah, it's going to rain. I was like, when? The Brits are some of the nicest people in the world, so the weather doesn't bother. Yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't say I'm nice. I'd just say I'm okay. I've always got the time to talk to people, but I'm not a very social person, which is really strange. So I'm quite happy to talk to like people who, you know, if you're going to say hello and you're going to be nice, then I'll sit there and give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll talk, I'll have a laugh. But the moment it's like, if I get frustrated with a conversation, I normally just sit there and just walk away. I'm quite horrible like that. Yep. There are parts of where I live on a like a little, we live in a valley, right? So I live basically on a valley floor. So if you go up one side of where I live, like, you know, a couple of miles that way, you go up a hill. If you go a couple of miles the other way, you go up a hill. I'm basically in a basin. So we're prone to flooding. And there's a town down the road. They're always up for flooding, but it's like, apparently it's because they keep building houses. Like, yes, it is partially because they keep building houses, but where does all the water go when it rains? It goes all to the bottom, and that's where we live. So it's constantly weird. Now there's a place just up the road from me where I've seen this, where it's rained. It's been raining, so the floor is wet. You can see the road is wet, and then like right next to it is like bone dry. Like you can actually see the barrier in the floor. I'm not even sure how this happens in life, but apparently it just happened. So I've seen it happen before, where it's rained one side and it's fine the next. It's very strange. But I do find it funny about where I live. People are so concerned over the flooding and stuff. It's like, well, I mean, if you're concerned about the flooding, it's only going to get worse. If it rains harder, guess what happens? More water, and we live at the bottom of a valley. It's gonna happen. But what they could do is, if they really wanted to help, they could dredge things. You know, like dredge the river so it actually gets like cleaned out. Dredge all the little like lay-bys and stuff where where the water goes. Unblock the drains would be a really good start. But no, apparently it's because they keep building. Sort the sewer system out, you'll be fine. And get prepared for it, because you live next to a river. Guess what happens when you live next to a river and it rains? It's amazing. Yeah, I swear that people don't think of that. I've experienced this myself, mostly during the summer, where a cloud initially has the edge. Yeah. It's really weird. It's like walking under a bridge, but actually without the bridge above your head. It's an odd thing to see. It happened to me when I was driving up. I was driving up a motorway once. So I was going between one town and another, and the fastest way was on the motorway. And as I was driving, it started getting dark, but there was no rain. And then right in front of me, all I could see was like this grey barrier coming towards me, and it was literally just the rain. Like, as soon as it hit my car, it was like window wipers on full, slowed down, couldn't see nothing. It was like, that happened so fast. It was like, where did this come from? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think Thursdays is a really slow day, isn't it? Real slow. I don't know where I'm up to. Right, let's go and check out my plant. We are 71%. Bucket 2. Okay. I can deal with that. Regarding the game, do you know if they would be bringing out any other vehicles for mining, like maybe some bigger excavators or trucks? Well, so this all started to happen over the last couple of months, because I have to. The whole story about how I found out about what's going on was it came down to me doing like one more season of Gold Rush. I was like, you know what, I'll do one more because, you know, I missed the game and I was going to come back. I was going to do another series, and then I was like, you know what, I'm enjoying myself, I'll stick around. And then all of a sudden I joined the Discord, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, the new developers are in, we're going to be doing this and this, and we're looking to expand the game. I'm like, cool. So there does seem to be some movement now in Code Horizon, and the reason why is because the older staff who used to work for Code Horizon don't work there anymore, you know. So they've brought in a new load of developers. They've been learning the back end of the game and how to run things and this, that and the other, and it does seem to be taking off again. So all I can hope is that they're bringing out new stuff. They have brought out a new ATV, which in my eyes is a little bit useless, but it shows progression. And they were doing a beta test for optimization with like RTX cards and higher graphic loads. I'm like, okay, things do seem to be working. So I can only say what I've seen, and all I've seen so far is that they've making like little bits of progression here and there, testing the game and bringing it more up to date, I would say. Now, though the updates for the graphics and stuff, the first update got put in when the season went live. The second one, I believe, is going in after the season has finished, and then there's like round 3 of beta testing, so they're still testing the game. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed as well, that this means that the new devs are going to be sitting there trying to figure out, you know, is it worth, can we bring in new stuff, can we bring in new machines, can we even expand the game, put in some new claims, that sort of thing. I would love to see it, but that's just me. If it was up to me, I would say I would probably put forward a proposal to do Gold Rush 2. So the reason why I would do that is because this game is old. You know, it's an older running engine. It's a little bit, well, it's still a little bit buggy. There's still issues with it and so on and so forth. Is it really worth fixing all these issues and trying to make the game better, which as it's been around since 2016, or do you create a new game, same physics, same everything else, but just completely redesigned? So you get a new town, new stuff, a game that can probably hold a lot more like materials, a lot more like machines, a lot more everything, and just be able to actually work better. So that's my whole thing. I don't, you know, I would like to see this game being extended, but at the same time I would like to see like a Gold Rush 2 where the game actually performs a lot better and it's more up to date, especially with like current technology of like excavators, rock trucks. I mean, the Frankenstein's still working. I'd like to see like an actual, like being able to create an actual wash plant would be pretty cool. So you would just take parts from like, you would get hold of a couple of companies that actually build wash plants and see if it's possible to strike a deal for like being able to take some of the rights and put them into the game. So you're able to create your own wash plants. Like, you know, everyone wants to build their own version of Slucifer, but we get what we got. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. I'm hoping they make the game better and bigger, but I can only say I hope, because I don't know. Unfortunately, if I'm not in a deep circle with these people. I played the game and I enjoy it, but I would prefer it if it's like, yeah. How do you get the ATV, by the way? I could not find it anywhere. Are you on console or PC? Because if you're on console, I don't think it's in the game. PC, okay. Give me a sec. It should be in the shop. This is the first time I've been off the claim for weeks. What? I did not bring you with me. Ah, bums. I've got to take that back a minute. It should be in here. It's a little bit broken. So it sits right here. That's probably why you haven't seen it, because it's yeah, it is there, just not there, if you know what I mean. No, I haven't bought it. There you go. I'll buy it and show you what it looks like. I won't drive it. I'll move it out of the space. There you go. That's what the quad looks like. It's a little Raptor. It's not really a quad. It's an ATV. But it's just a little bit, in my eyes, it's just a little bit useless. There you go. That's it. But it shows that they are currently working on the game. So I take that as a little bit of a positive. Now I've got to scoot back. Oh, come on. Why are you no hookup? Twonk. Thank you. Even though I didn't ask for it to be transported with me. And now it's not attached anymore. I think I've come to the wrong claim as well. Well, oh no, I haven't. Just, I'm not sure why. All you gotta do is stay attached. There we go. I thought I'd like set myself to Rivertown. Anyways, but there you go. That's the new quad. Well, I say quad. Like I said, in my eyes, it's not a quad. It's an ATV. Do do do. But I think because it's obviously in like early, like it's there but not there sort of thing. I think it's just because it's broken, which I'm pretty sure they're aware of it. Apparently it's much faster, but since they had, yeah. Yep, that's what I mean. It's mostly useless. I wish you could remove allowances to go to a claim you've done it. You've done it. What do you mean? Right, so that's second bucket. So we're on the third run now, so we need like five truckloads and then we're done. Are the workers worth it? They changed that too. No, workers have been around for ages, but the workers are genuinely how you make more money. In leaderboard especially, they're worth it. They're also worth it, worth collecting all the boxes as well. There's stuffed around the level. I don't think you lose access to Rivertown because you leased it. The only way that you would, well, no, you should be able to just go there. I've sent equipment there, so I can still go there. I mean, I sent it there accidentally, but it still went there. It's probably still in the same way that I actually left it. That's because I'm in a bloody thing. Hold on. Did I turn you on? No, I did. Right. Give me a sec. It's because I'm in a thingy. Yeah. Let me just scroll to my truck. Oh no, I don't want to go there anymore. But I thought I'd pushed the wrong button. That's what it was. Oh, I don't want to do any more. That's full. Do, 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 do. DX Hacksaw, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Doing all good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm saying there should be a way to like undo the access as if it's claiming you moved to a different place. No, I mean if you're if you're leasing it or you're active and you actively bought it, I mean it is yours. But if I went back there and mined on it, then I would have to start paying royalties. You don't lose access to what you've already unlocked. That would just be silly. It's like in real life. I mean, if you owned a house, the only way you could not go back to it is if you sold it. Or you rented it out to people. So, that's how I think of it. Do the workers fully automate the gold mining, or only up to a level? They automate it until you run out of like things to do. So, like when it comes to like bucket swapping, there's only like 3 slots. So you can only have 3. You can only have 3 buckets in an area. So once they're all full, then you have to replace everything else. And I sort of get that. That's sort of you being like a micromanager in a way. Same with the moss mats. Same with like hog pan mats, that sort of thing. But the more workers you've got, the more productive your mine is, basically. There's a bonus for like extra gold. It runs better. It doesn't break down as much, that sort of thing. So all the workers have their own little like things to do, and it does help you in the long run of mining out. You will get more gold with more people working. No point in stopping. I'm hoping that this side fills up one bit, and then I know how much I can get out the other side as well. It prioritizes wherever you send stuff, and then when it comes to fast traveling, it's whichever fast travel thing you click on, if that's what you're getting at. Do, 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 do. Hey brother, how are things? Things are okay? Doing fine? Just digging out the last 3 days. So yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow and Saturday. Like Saturday will be a night stream because that's when I stream at night on Saturdays, because my kids are awake during the day. So I don't stream during the days when they're here. And yeah, I've got to record the video, and the video explaining what's going on with the channel and everything. Apart from that, doing all right. Because I have read messages of people like wondering what's going on, like why have I not released a video for nearly a month? That sort of thing. It's mainly just streams, so I have got to address that. Can't wait to see the video. It's just going to be explaining what's going on, really. The thing is it comes after like everything I've seen over the last sort of like, I'd say like the last 2 months of like what I've done content wise and what I feel is the right direction for the channel. So it's just basically a cap on that. The only people who will watch it will be the people who are actually interested in what I do over here. So it's not everyone's going to watch it, and I know that. But hopefully the people that do watch it sort of understand why I'm doing things. So it's just trying to get the right words out and actually not to overcomplicate the actual speech of it all. Will you do a tutorial series? What, of Gold Rush? There's nothing that I can add that's already been covered, that hasn't already been covered. Like, if you want to follow like people who played this game before me, they're the people I learned from. So people like Split in 2. I would say Split did like the more generous, like how the game works. And that's how I learned to play the game. And then in fairness, I learned more this season, like playing the actual season mode, than playing the game ever. Obviously, because I knew how to play the game, and I was like, I'll be alright. It's only leaderboard. It's just like playing the whole thing. This game is when you play leaderboard, your whole aim is to basically just get more gold. So playing the actual game is a little bit different than actually playing leaderboard. So yeah, it might be a little bit different than what you're thinking. That's a bit long. Right. I think we'll just take this section here then. And as I work backwards, it'll just get easier. But yeah, to let you, I can talk about it now, but it's just it'll be easier to do it in a video where other people will watch. So what's going to happen is going into February this year, I'm starting a new channel. And the new channel, I've already started to put content on it now, but it's all private, so there's nothing actually on the channel itself. And so the reason why I'm doing this is because over the last couple of months, the only videos that have done well are like 2 Monbazoo videos, and I would say that was probably not a great thing to look at, especially when I was releasing content practically every day. And I feel like I was wiping out my own videos, so that doesn't help. So also with doing the live streams and like doing various different content, and not really being able to keep an audience watching one thing and then another, then another, then another, I had to come up with an idea of how to do both sets of content, but basically keep doing what I enjoy doing, which is basically making videos and live streaming, doing the mining content and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, there's got to be a way of doing this. So I was talking to my friend he's currently going through the channel Jumpstart program, which is a very expensive YouTube course run by Daryl Eves. And the first thing he said to me, because he's going through it, he's getting into that whole like mentality of YouTuber. To put this into perspective, the dude quit his job this year, like December 31st, January 1st, and he's going full-time YouTube. That's where he's at. And the first thing he said to me, he goes, "Why do you think your videos are failing?" I went, "Well, I think it's just because it's a different type of content." And he said, "Yes." I said, "So what do I do?" He goes, "Split your audience." I said, well, so mainly we'd give that advice to people who do variety channels. So someone who does like cooking and baking, you know, chuck those on separate channels. And I was like, that's the advice I've been giving people for years, because I went through that whole YouTube education thing. I taught myself through the YouTube program how to help other people do YouTube channels. The worst part is I don't see that on my own channel because I'm stupid. But when it comes to other people, I can analyse your channel. I could probably tell you where you're sort of going wrong. Not in great detail, but I'll give you the basics. So he gave me this example, and it was there's this guy that's on the Channel Jumpstart program. He sells RVs. So he's a rich person. He sells mobile homes. And his reviews normally do really, really well. They're like, you know, he's doing the interior, showing the kitchens, bedrooms, all that stuff. He's got a thriving business. But then a drop off in some of the content he does was like, hey, this is what happens if your toilet blocks up on an RV, blah blah. And he asked Daryl. He said, look, I've been making these content. Like, why isn't this working? And he said, well, the reason why it's not working is because you're doing two separate types of content, but it's all around the same thing. He said, but that's because it's around the same thing. He's like, no, it's not. One, you're trying to do reviews and you're doing bits and pieces for an RV, and then next you're telling people about the toilet. No one really cares what if the toilet breaks. They don't give a damn about what your video about the toilet breaks. They want to see the RVs. I'm like, right. So it started to make like little bit of sense in my head about what my friend was getting at. And then he said, well, basically, as a gamer, I was like, yeah. He goes, it's exactly what you do. You create content. And I said, yes. And I create it all in the gaming world. I said, yes, that's exactly what I do. He goes, there's your problem. What you're doing is you're creating mining live streams, mining content, this, that, and the other, and then you're bombing around in a weird virtual game that's more inherited to about cars. Or you're doing storage lockers, or you're doing this. I'm like, right. He goes, split your audience. And the reason why is because the people who pay attention to this channel mainly watch Hydroneer, Gold Rush, Out of Ore, or anything that involves digging. And I've noticed this. Like my live streams around like Planet Crafter, Gold Rush, Out of Ore, and everything else is like people watch this stuff. So the majority of the audience watch mining content that I've created around my channel. You guys don't really give a flying damn about the other stuff I do, and I've seen this in my analytics. My live streams, averagely, since I started this season, are between 500 and 1,000 people will watch this live stream, or the other live streams that I've done in the past for the last 30 days. If I released a video about storage hunters, hey guys, we're gonna go and buy up all these lockers and gonna go and see what's in them, 300 people might watch that, and that's the problem. And then the audiences start cancelling each other out, and the content doesn't get pushed because YouTube doesn't know where to put my stuff. So the reason why I'm creating a second channel is because those random videos I want to make and I want to have fun with aren't good for this channel. So I'm shoving them onto a different channel. The idea is I'll still be doing 3 videos or live streams a week on this channel and 3 videos over there. I'm not doing live streams over there, I'm just doing videos. And that's the plan. So that's what I've got to put. I've got to put that into words, into a video to actually make everybody see what I'm talking about, basically. But yeah, hopefully that explains what I'm doing. How you doing, Claus? And Noxstream, hey, what's up? So it also gives me a chance to sit here and, you know, if I want to do another leaderboard, I can spend 30 days streaming, and not, you know, it's part of the content that I create. And then if I want to do videos, I've got a channel where I can do that, and it's not going to be horrible for whatever else I'm doing. Why don't you do playlists? I do. The problem with doing YouTube is if you keep putting out content, it cancels out the video before, unless you're making like really good videos. But even when I was talking to some of the larger YouTubers, they tend to do like daily videos, but they've got a team behind them, and they normally sort of like keep their days sort of compacted. So like they'll do like 2 days of one game, 2 days of another, and they've got a massive audience to keep that going. As a smaller channel, because I myself am on my own, I haven't got that sort of structure behind me, so I have to do things a different way, basically. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I know you do. How you doing, buddy? Well, for me, like, when it comes to, I'm going to be doing videos and live streams over here, but most of the time, like, live streams are just easier for me during the day. And the reason why is because I've got kids. They don't. So all my streams over the last like month, they get picked up a little bit, but then the only people who are really watching it are either people who actually just like to listen, or they're watching Gold Rush content. Yeah, so the idea is on the other channel, I'm going to be making videos, but I'm going to be learning how to be a better creator, basically. But I need to learn again. So the thing is for me to learn means I have to get out of what I see as a comfortable area. I mean, I could just sit here and just be like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to live stream 6 days a week and no one's going to, no, I'm going to stop me. That's the difference. So I need to separate the thing. And I've seen other people do it, and it's helped them because they're able to do exactly what they want to do on two different channels, and it works for them because the audiences enjoy the content. So the way I try to explain it is, if I took 100 people off my channel, and let's say 75 of those 100 people watch Hydroneer, but then the other 25 watch like Monbazoo. I'm using that as an example. If I put out a Hydroneer video, 75 people will watch that video, and then that video will get promoted by YouTube a lot better because more people are enjoying it, more people are taking note of it, and it gets pushed on to more people to find it. If 25 people see the Monbazoo video, they might see it and then they might watch it. Okay, it might get 25 views, but because it got fewer views than the Hydroneer video, YouTube sees that as a failure. It also depends on watch time and so on and so forth. So if my Hydroneer content is more engaging for the channel and more people are watching it for longer, then that's better for me. If they're not watching my Monbazoo video as much or as better, then I have to learn why that's not happening. So then it comes down to me as a creator to run through my analytics and all the bits and pieces and sit there and just go, right, I've got to figure this out. If I start doing it on a different channel altogether, then I've got fresh, clean data in front of me, and I can start working into a better way of thinking of how to do a video. The worst part is, like I said, I can give people advice on how to cut their videos out, how to do this, that and the other, because I went through the educational process. Doing it for myself, I'm not very good at listening to my own brain. I'm not very good at listening to other people's advice, and that goes to show evidently on like my videos. So yeah, I just need to work on me as a creator and the videos that I want to put out, and that means I have to split the channel. Plus side, it means I get a little bit of freedom in a way. It means I'm not really hard pushed to do much, like I'm not really hard pushed to think of how to do this channel anymore, because I know the focus in this channel is going to be like mining content and like base building and that sort of thing, which is more what I really enjoy doing. But at the same time, I like pissing around on games and being a git. YouTube shorts, I've got a couple lined up, but they're more, I'm taking sort of what's the word for it? I watched another person do this, and I've got to be honest, I'm more entertained by watching shorts about the person instead of shorts of what he's doing. I like watching Gold Rush and you doing automation stuff in Hydroneer. Mostly I just watch. Yeah, thank you very much, it's most appreciated. But yeah, this channel is going to be, I mean, because Hydroneer is going through like a massive update this year as well. So I'm going to be covering Hydroneer. I'm going to be covering Gold Rush because I think there's going to be more stuff coming. I'm going to be covering Out of Ore, and they're quite long pieces of things to do. So they need like either longer videos or a live stream, and that's what I'm willing to do over here now. When it comes down to like Hydroneer, that's gonna be a massively long video series, because depending on what Max is putting into that game now, I've probably got my work cut out for me to cover stuff. So I'll be alright with that. Be a laugh. So I'm looking forward to it. When it starts saying I'm losing gold, that means I'm done. What's time? Been an hour. It's not bad. Do. I made my first pallet of gold last night. Nice. A pallet of gold. Like a lot. That's a lot of gold. Depending on like how long you were playing for. How much is a pallet of gold worth? And can the pallet hold the gold? Because that's a lot of weight as well. Took a couple of hours. I know that grind. That's this game. What did you do? Dug dirt. Right, cool. How much did you get? Oh, a couple of thousand ounces. I'm all good. How long? It was what? I think 300. It was 3 hours yesterday. $300,000 for a pallet of gold. That's 30 bar. That's 30 ounces. No, it's not. 3 ounces is $3,000. 30 ounces is $30,000. So that's what three. That is. It's not 3,000. Yeah, it might be three. Is it 3,000 ounces? Yeah, I'm losing dirt now. Is it 3,000 ounces? Is $300,000? I'm so stuck right now. It's an ounce per 1,000. So yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Can you show your gold map? Yeah, I can do. Pretty sure we're full as well, so that's okay. I'll just pile up. Gold concentrate. Okay. My gold map is this. Basically, that center section where my cursor is. That's where I'm digging right now. Right. It didn't do it today. I'm amazed at that. I'll have to record it OBS and upload it. Yeah, I mean, it's always good. I mean, showing the process is always good. I mean, you're doing mining content as well. People like mining content. It's different compared to solo play, non-leaderboard, I think. It's depending on which save you get. So there's like various different maps for every map you play. So depending on how you play, depending on like which, if you've got a save that's like a little bit different, you can reset your claim, obviously for the grand old price of $1 million, but you will get a different map layout. Because that's what you got to do when you run out of dirt. They did it for variety, but I was talking about this yesterday, and unfortunately, I don't like people who do like a certain process in this game. But what I said was, in order to make this game more fairer for everybody, not just the people who have got like 15 hours a day to play, for everybody, you take the RNG out. You have to give us like a basic map. It has to be done, because then everyone works a bit better. And you work within the same means as everybody else, and the only advantage then would be time. So I'm looking forward to me trying it out. Well, I mean, if I get around to it, yeah. Once leaderboard ends, you should smelt everything and see if you can fill the dump truck. I don't know if I'll be able to fill the dump truck, but I could probably fill the pickup truck. Not a bad idea. Yeah, that's my main problem with the RNG of the game, and I think that's the main issue that I have with like it's the process of save scrubbing. And I brought this up yesterday, and then I had to go at the Drews for doing it. So the reason why I don't like the process is because it takes away the element of randomness. And it gives everybody, if you do this where you save the game before you do a reset, and then you do the reset, and if it doesn't fall to your favour, you just reload your save and do it again until you get the claim you want. And I don't like it. It's just me. It's my pet peeve about the game, but it's a grey area of the game because it's used in leaderboards where people take advantage, and that's why you get people at the top of the leaderboard with, 431,000 ounces of gold. And a normal player, I would say like Birch, or actually K-Gira, maybe, but the two on top are, I mean, they'll play it for 16 hours a day and they scrub their saves. So that's it. And the reason why I know he does it is because he even says about it in his video. So I took his video and I forwarded it to one of the mods, and I was like, this is the process. Yeah, and what needs to happen in the game now to make it a level playing field is the RNG gets taken out. I don't know. I don't watch his stuff. One of his videos was recommended to me, so I found the video where he was actively taking a save and doing this. If he talks junk in his stream, I don't give a flying. I don't care. The thing is the way he acts is it's because he does it. He acts all high and mighty about the way that he plays the game, and that's not the way I play. So I mean, as I said, I don't mind talking about it, but when you start like saying, "Oh well, if you don't do it like this, you're never going to win," blah blah blah, that just means that you're doing something you shouldn't be, And as I said, it's a grey area. It's not something that everyone does, and out of the leaderboard, I would say there's a few of them that are doing it, just some of them are doing it wrong as well, and that's why some of their numbers aren't as high. But I personally don't care, and this is the difference between me and other people. I'll play the game as it's intended. I'll play the game as it is. I don't care if you're going to save scrub or not, but what I do care about is keeping the level playing field for all players to actually enjoy. And it's like if you're going to run a tournament, so you'll never change the rules in a tournament. You'll get you get outed straight away if you screw up or cheat. So what's the difference? Hey Hybrid, I'm Philafish. Are you on leaderboard? Are you on here? Do you actually play the game? If you remember me, you do. I don't. I'm very sorry. But thank you very much for coming back. Means a lot. So the leaderboard is rigged. No, it's not rigged. So the reason why people are taking advantage of it is because what you do, and the process is you'd save your game, right? Save your game, go to the banking app on the tablet and you reset the claim. You spend like $1 million on drills, so you spend $1 million on the claim, $1 million on the drills, and if the lot itself isn't laid out of where you want it to be, you reload your save, so you haven't spent that money, and then you do it again, and you do it again, until you find the claim that you really want to work on that's got the most gold. It's only rigged by basically taking the RNG out of the game, which is what the leaderboard should be. So if you took, like, let's say the map that I'm working on now, okay, so I haven't dug all this out obviously, but if you took this as the standard map for leaderboard, right, everyone gets the same map. When you reset, it's the same map. So then the only way that you can have any sort of advantage over everybody else would be to have more time. And that's really it. I think other people will play it and they'll just be like, okay, cool, that's fine. But the people that would be sort of like impacted would be the ones who literally do that process. So if you take that process out of the game by taking the RNG out of a leaderboard specifically, not the actual proper game, but leaderboard on its own, then you'd have an even playing field for every skill level and not just people who have got X amount of time, who have played like 10 seasons, that sort of thing. Can you put the nugget to... No, you can't. I've tried. Because it would make life a hell of a lot easier if you could. It says you need to put it on a level field, so you have to put it on the ground. You can't put it on anything else. You can put it on the stairs on the one side. You can't put it on the wood though. Yeah, I tried. 204 ounces of gold is $300,000. £300,000, sorry. That's good. God, I only need 200. I only need 200 ounces of gold then. Cool. I mean, the way that I'm playing it is just I could do things a little bit faster. My whole thing was, this is my first season in, and I was paranoid about how much I would actually earn. I didn't really know like the layout of the game as a competitors thing, but after say a week or so, I was like, okay, I sort of get what I've done wrong. So I just continued to play, and then I've picked up bits and pieces from here and there and what I can do and how much I can and how fast I can go. But I'm not doing anything overly special. Like, I would say that my first run through Nighthawk was, I played it the way that I would do it, and then I was like, you know what, the faster way is to not dig out the whole claim, right? Because that's what I practically did. So that's something I'll do next time. And what I'll do next time is sort of what I'm doing now, where I reset my claim, dug out where I can, and then if I can't reach any further down, that's when I'll take a reset. But the reset won't be, I'll do it live. Worst comes to worst, is I will do a reset, and I will just play the next level. I won't do a reset then save and reset and then save. Do you know where gold actually comes from and why it's valuable? It's an interesting fact. I know that it comes from the core. It gets pushed up through like veins and ruptures through mountains, and then it gets washed down. The reason why it became valuable was because it comes from the first ever gold find in a mine. I saw Dan Hurd's video, and they basically found I think it was a 37 ounce nugget of gold in their field, and the people who found it didn't actually know what it was, and they sold it to somebody for X amount of money, and then they found out it was valuable, so they just carried on like mining gold. That was the story that Dan Hurd showed on his channel from the first ever gold mine. I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, the reason why it's valuable is because somebody spent money on it to start with. I have to go to London. Hold on. I have to go to London today, and when I get back, I will be on Farming Simulator 22. If you want to make it. Cool, man. Well, I'll watch you if you're going to do a video. I'll watch the video because I mean, if you want to know something clause, right? You're in a position where obviously because people play this game, well, the game you're playing, you could be the voice of Farming Simulator 2022 Gold. You could be the guy that everybody goes to. Be like, if you want a good gold mining game, yada yada, come and play this. You could be that man. Not giving you ideas at all. The value goes back to ancient times. Well, when they discovered it in America, they just sold it because they didn't know how much gold was. They didn't know what it was. Let me find the video. I watched it a little while ago. Dan Hurd. Videos. I gotta try and find it now because I know which mine it was. It was like he went to this one place where they actually allowed him to like pan. The Gold Nugget Challenge. Where it all started. Reed Gold Mine. There we go. So that video explains why the gold rush started and the value of gold that happened in America. Everyone knows that gold's valuable back in the day and stuff, but they weren't using it as selling material. They were using it as just, oh, we've got some gold, we're gonna, you know, we'll make jewelry out of it, we'll plaster it on our walls, that sort of thing. But when it came to the gold rush, no one knew how much it was, which I found funny. Yeah, it's a limited resource. But there is a shed ton of gold. Like once all of the gold on the land has been taken away, which that's going to take a really long time. The people at sea do, and yeah, gold. The sea gold there's a lot of it, but it's harder to get to. I can tell you about finding gold in real life. I wish I could. The only gold that I'll find in real life is if some old lady dropped her gold ring up the road, that sort of thing. I wouldn't actually find gold. I did watch a guy do urban gold mining, where he went down like, I think it was New York City, and he went down this whole thing. He was digging out the like all the bits out of the side of the path, so the sidewalk. He was going down there like scraping the sidewalk out, and then like he was gold panning. He found gold off of like jewelers. So the jewelers would come out after they've shaved gold off their clothes, and he found it on the floor. It wasn't a lot, but it was still gold. Yeah, it's all prospecting. Yep. Did you know the UK has 3 gold mines left? Yep. There's a gold mine. I don't know if it's still working, but my dad. It's basically up the road from my dad's house, and he basically said you could probably go to our river and you could probably find gold there because it comes out the Welsh mountains. No, well, you can't make it yet in a lab. They'll find a way. Be one of those things. But if you look at the geography of England and where like England sort of separated from, because of it, we separated from that side of America. That's where our gold comes from. I do find it funny when people say gold's rare, and then you got like old ladies with like hundreds of thousands of dollars of gold rings. I find that hilarious. It's a rare element. If it's so rare, why do all of these people have gold earrings? It's not that rare. I'm winding you up. I know. It's why I watch Gold Rush. It's just one of those things. My dad was a jeweler for 40 years. When he passed a few years ago, I sent his shop vacuum bags to a refiner. They were worth 10 grand. Thanks, Dad. It looks like a box of trash. I took a chance and got it. Yeah, man, that's good. The thing is, I think over time, if you work in that sort of industry and you look at like all the scraps, you're like, that's all right. There's nothing really there, but all those tiny flakes start adding up, and I don't think it computes with a lot of jewelers. Not until the big cleanup sort of thing. You know, after years of like filtering it all out into a big bag, it's like, oh shit, yeah, there's loads here. Oh, I know. It's like there's people use gold as jewelry, so there's plenty of it out there. And you know, it just gets melted down and then turned into gold again. It gets melted down and turned into another ring, and gets melted down and turned into another necklace. So it never really just goes away. Yeah, but yeah, the guy that the one that I watched was the Urban Prospect, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was just you never really thought about what goes between the lines of paving slabs outside jewelers, and when he did that, I was like, I need a bucket. There's a couple of jewelers up near me, and their path outside is like, you know, it's not exactly the greatest looking thing, so there's probably like bits everywhere over there. But I have thought about buying a little panning kit and just going to go and see if the river at my dad's house is alright. He said you might find some, but it was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I know. My HDMI plug's got gold on it as well for better conductivity. Yeah, I'll see, because they're up there for I know they're up there for another year. So I might, because I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go up there during the next half term. I think we'll see when that happens. I did want to go up there for a week during the summer because, well, it's summer. My mum and dad get to see the grandkids, and yeah, I think I need to get up there and just have it checked just once. Yeah, ram sticks have got gold on them as well. A lot of stuff has like got gold plate. Even like that CD, this one, which I refuse to open because it's a gold plated disc. That's got gold in it. I made sure I bought the gold one as well because there was only like 1,500 printed. Oh no, yeah, there was 1,500 printed. Take skill to prospect. Yeah, I can understand that. I sort of get the gist of it of like how Dan does it. So because I watch his videos pretty much every time he releases one now. He's started getting recommended to me when I was watching like bits of Gold Rush on YouTube. You know, because it would come up like Parker's biggest find yet. I was like, okay, go on, watch that. 30 seconds later, something. And then all of a sudden, I started getting recommended like Dan Hurd Prospect. I'm like, who's this? And first off, I was like, oh, okay, it's another person who's digging gold. But then he makes it really interesting, where he actually puts facts and stuff into his videos as well. I was like, this is pretty cool. And then he does panning. He does like the whole hog pan thing, the high banker. He's been to a couple of his friends' mines where they do certain ways of doing things as well, and how you do rock crushing mining and all that as well. I was like, yeah, that's cool. It works for like to understand this whole world a bit more, even from his point of view, who is just a man walking around making jewelry from geodes and stuff. But he's a character. I like him. Yeah. I think that's the other thing is like because I want to do like the whole like virtual mining thing. Maybe this sort of content gets recommended with people who do it real life as well, and they're probably just sitting there going, "Who the fuck is this? Why am I watching a gamer play Gold Rush?" Right, I need to fill up. Right, I need to just duck under this quickly and fill my truck up. Well, fill my excavator up. But it's a world I find fascinating. I don't know why, but I find it fascinating. It's something that I can't do in the UK. Because the problem with like gold mine, like doing any sort of like prospecting in the UK, you have to have a license. You can't just go out and do it yourself unless it's your land. But then it's really hard to buy land in the UK that's on a river that's anywhere near it. And there's only like 3 places in the UK you can actually get a license for. So the reason why I thought it'd be a good idea to go and check my dad's place out is because he has a river and it's in Wales and it's like just down the road from a gold mine. So yeah, I mean, prospecting kits are quite cheap on Amazon, so it'll just be one of those things. I'll just pick up a cheap one and be like, I'm just going to give it a go. If not, it's just something the kids can do as well, because their river's quite shallow as well. So it's all like, well, yeah, it's a small, shallow river that's coming off of a mountain. Yes, I mean, in order to get land where my dad lives, it's expensive because it's Wales. It's good, like it's good land for growing crop. It's good land for growing, like, well, animals mainly, and sheep because they do lots of wool up there. But the reason why he got the land was when he bought the house. He bought the house. It came with land. I was like, okay, cool, and it was cheaper than where we used to live. That was the weirder part. And the house itself was the house we sold in where we used to live went for, I mean, because we moved in with our nan, so it wasn't a cheap house. But what we got for it when we moved to Wales, it was, you sat there and just went, really? I mean, we got all this for the same price. Basically, it was ridiculous. I just think it would be interesting just to see if there's anything there. Isn't there a weird regulation there where you don't own under the surface or something? Not sure about that, but I do know that if you want to prospect in certain parts of the UK, on basically most of the rivers, you have to have a certain license. You can't just go down there and do it. I know there are some parts in America you can, and you can just walk into a river with like a little hog pan, and you can be, you know, a little high banker. It's all fine. I know you can do that in some places, but yeah, you can't do that over here. Magnet fishing you can. There's not really many laws about magnet fishing in the UK. I would have thought there would have been by now, considering what they keep finding. Well, basically Wales is very, very hilly and mountainy, where my parents live. So yeah. I can actually give me a sec. What I'll do is I'll try and find it. I'm not going to show you where they live, because then that's like doxing my parents, which probably isn't the best thing you can do in life. But if I can actually find the mine, Google Maps. There we go. I'm just literally going to type in Wales, so you can't even see a postcode. Right, so that's where they are. Wales gold mine. There's a couple up north, but yeah, I think there used to be one down where my parents live. So yeah, not anymore though, apparently. Do 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 do. But there's more up north, like in the north of Wales. There's loads because it's Snowdon. No pumps allowed in California, especially if there's a mine somewhere close. Yeah. Don't fall in the hole. But yeah, I'll give it a go, see what happens. Worst comes worst is nothing happens, but the kids just have a day out, you know. Do 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 do. Another great day for digging. Top of the day to you. How you doing, old man gaming? I'm doing all right. 3 days to go. Just thought I'm just gonna click. I'm basically just gonna skin the top of this section and then I'm gonna do a reset. But I'm taking everything I can reach right now. I don't know what's gonna. Actually, I could just dig out this whole section. The reason why I'm sort of thinking that now is because we've only got a couple of days to go. And digging it would only take me a couple of hours to get down, because I'd just use the dozer and dig myself down again. Or I could just, I don't know, reset the claim and go for now, I don't know. Barely hanging in the 10. Yeah, I think it's, people are starting to push now. Next thing we see is hybrid all blinged up with flash. Mate, that'll never happen. The only way that's going to ever happen is if I get all blinged up and flash the cash, is like if this channel or the other channel like really takes off. They're the only ways. I don't play the lottery. I don't do anything like that. So, yeah, the only way I'm ever going to make money is if, like, I don't know, if someone gives me a load or I literally have to earn it myself. I'm sort of scared to be able to do that. That's the problem, because the problem with my situation is I'm a full-time carer for Kerry, which means I get paid X amount of money from the government to be a carer. It's not a lot, but after you start earning a certain amount of money, you're not allowed those benefits anymore. And if I start becoming a full-time YouTuber earning, like, let's say £3,000-4,000 a month, then all of the benefits that Kerry gets for being disabled disappear, and I become the only person with an income. Now, if the channel sucks after a while and the money just goes away, we can go back onto the disabilities, but it takes a little while to get around to it. Stewie Norfolk, how you doing, bud? Thank you very much for kicking by. So yeah, the only way I could, if this was a more viable option to actually make a ton of money for myself, then yeah, it would be that thing I could look into. So and then I have to, like, fill out my own tax forms. I have to pay tax to all that and stuff, because currently I don't earn enough money to be able to do it. Oh my god, slow down! What the fuck? You know how much digging I got lucky with this claim, mate. Like, I reset and then it came on. I was like, yep, this is the one I'm digging. And it was like, cool. And then I drilled it. I was like, yeah, we're definitely digging this one. But I'm getting to a point where I'm in the same mind. Do I want to dig out to the bottom, or do I just want to reset and then take another, like, 20 squares off the top? Basically, these are all the things I should have done, like, week 1. Time to pull your thumb out. Yeah, I know. I think the fear is like, the problem with going viral on YouTube is that if you go viral once, it may never happen again, which means that massive influx of views and stuff may just disappear, and you're like, okay. I ordered my GPU today. All good. Welcome to the world of buying expensive bits of plastic. I'll never understand why GPUs are so bloody expensive. It's actually why EVGA actually stopped. I watched Linus's video about it today, and he said that they spoke to EVGA about why they stopped making graphics cards, and it actually comes down to a lot of, like, Nvidia just charging too much for their graphics cards. I'm like, it makes a lot of sense now, actually. You know, that's the reason why EVGA stopped, and that's why Nvidia has started to charge more. It's like, that's not good. So yeah, I got to be honest, I'm sort of looking more towards AMD's, like, Radeon. Yeah, I'm looking more towards their Radeon series now, because they are just cheaper. Unless I can find a good deal for, like, a 30 something, because at the moment 40s are too expensive. I had to do my first reset, then dig to catch you. Sorry. Stiggy, thank you very much for subscribing. Boom to you, sir. It's most appreciated. This one will do for another 5 years. Yeah, I'm sort of, my graphics cards are only going to last like three to 4 years max, because of what I use them for, like streaming, gaming, editing, rendering, everything. My graphics card hates me half the time. Probably, if it could talk, it would just sit there and just go, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. I get better frames in this game with my 1070, which makes me laugh. Joys of not being optimized properly yet right now. 3060 Ti 12 gig currently. Yeah, that's the one I would like to get, but skint. I'll put it into perspective. I have, like I said yesterday, I've got 18p in my account. That's it. And I'm literally waiting until Monday, and then I can start paying for things again. And then I've got to wait till YouTube pays me, and then that money goes back into my PayPal, and then yeah, I'm saving up. But everything else, it starts getting better now, because you get through the first bit of January, it just sucks out. So, you know, everything's just like, you can't afford nothing, all your bills have come out, and you got no money until, for me, it's the end of the month. Just balls. Walked outside to work and there is snow. No, Mr. Games, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Nearly done. I've actually got to find out how far this back goes. I've got piles of snow and it's minus 16. Yeah, but you live not in America. Which, that's what threw me off in the first place about you. You don't live in Yankee Land. Right, so the ones I've marked is literally what I'm digging now. So that's basically what you see is the end of my claim of what I'm digging. But then I could just do the rest of like the stuff off the floor. That means I have to doze down. And that's a lot of dozing. Because I have to take off like, what, 6 feet of dirt just to get down to where I'm digging. Which is a pain in the arse. I mean, I can do it, but it's not the easiest thing I want to do. Ryan, NUFC, how you doing, buddy? I wanted different from Nvidia this time. Yeah, and the 6800 is a good card as well. So, I mean, for me, like the 36, the one that flipping Claws did, the 3060 Ti 12 gig. That's what I'm currently looking at as like my replacement. But the reason why I wanted to build a new machine altogether was number one, like the motherboard I've got is all right because motherboard is only like a year old, and that's not going to burn out anytime soon. My RAM is old. So if I wanted new RAM, that means I need a new motherboard because it would have to go to DDR5. Well, you know, I'd have to upgrade at least. The 3060 Ti card was what I was looking for as a standard. Main reason for it is because number one, it's cheap. Number two, I'll burn through a bloody graphics card in 3 years. So the cheaper the better, but for good. You'll find more time dozing or just setting up in the wash plant again. I find it's easier to reset and go back to digging. Yeah, I think so. But I mean, this has been alright actually. Like, it's a good little learner, this one. But I mean, the next one could be absolute dog poo. I'm not looking forward to it. I would say the worst part about when you get to a reset point, you're like, okay, I don't know what it's going to be like. Yeah, but this is the last section of gold I've got. Like these 2 squares. Like, no, well, I've got more. I mean, the reason I didn't do everything, so there's nothing there. But I don't know what these squares are like because I didn't drill them. But I'm just cutting into everything. So yes, the square I'm working on now, the one next to the truck, and then I'm done here. So it's not bad. An hour and 49. I've cut out quite a lot of this. Yeah, and then I've got to smelt up a load. So it bothers me when my money goes down. So it'll be like, right, okay, I've only got 3 million on me. Right, I need to smelt some gold because I'm poor again. So yeah, that might be something I do. But I will just play the next level. I mean, worst comes to worst. I mean, what? It's only 12 o'clock now. If I can get the rest of this dug up, like the next time I get a clean up is when I'll do a reset, and I'll do it live. Right, so if I do it live, and I can sit there and just go into all the people and just like, this is how I'm playing the game. Right, buckets there swapped. I think that's the first. That might be the first time it's been swapped on the second run. I actually don't remember. Need to move. Ryan, thank you very much for subscribing, buddy. Most appreciated to have you here. Boom to you, sir. Should I start leaderboard? Mate, no. Leaderboard finishes in like a few days. Don't start now. That's silly. The best thing you can do, really, is play the game for a bit. Learn how to play the game. Learn how everything works. And then go for it. Leaderboard should... If the developers are sticking to a certain schedule, the next leaderboard should be February. Right. What I need to do is I need to go and fill up all my franks. I used to play on Xbox, but I got this on PC in the sale. So much better. Yeah, drilling was pointless on Xbox. Drilling's not so much as pointless. You know where all the gold is, but you don't have the ability of getting gold nuggets. I get that. My dad threw a my dad threw a hissy fit at that because my dad plays this on PS5, and he was like, "Why do you get nuggets and I don't?" I was like, "I don't know. I think it's just because it's a console port. Things don't work properly." He just went, "Well, that's bullshit." I went, "Yeah," and that's my dad playing this. That was my dad's reaction to, I don't think it's in the game on console. Not pointless, but the nuggets help you. Yeah, they really do. So that's the reason why they're in the PC version, because progression. If you play this without like nuggets, it's not easy. Did my link work? No. Links don't appear on stream, not from people. If you're a mod, yes, but I've only got a couple of mods, but I haven't got any during the. I don't think I've got any mod. Like if people come on, I haven't got any mods during the day. But that's just because during the day people are well behaved. You're nice people. It's good. Thank you. If you're Nox, if you're in my Discord. You can drop a link to me there, or you can drop it in my Discord chat. Right, so that's 97%. What am I? Have I got anything going through? Is this going to switch over? Okay, we're on round 2. That's fine. I didn't know where I was. Right, round 2. I did have to get rid of some of this dirt yesterday because this was causing me a problem. Every time I got out, I was getting stuck in the dirt. I was like, no. So I got rid of that. We're all good. Right, so that'll fit. That'll push all of that over to the next, so tier 2 now. What are the rewards? You get a flashy, cool skin. Basically. Frankenstein train is the only way to go. It just helps. The reason, and I know people go like, why are you loading it into the truck? Is like, number one, the truck means I can put it into a bigger hole so I don't spill as much. Number two, I work out how much I've done by truckloads, so I only have to do another 10 trucks. So that's going to be like another 40 minutes. And then it just works out my timing and everything else. It's the reason why I do the things I do. You don't have to copy me, you don't have to follow me as an example. I just play the game I want to play. So... And this is my first leaderboard. I've never done leaderboard before this. I got really like fudged up at the beginning of all this. I didn't know what I was doing. Well, obviously I know how to play the game. That's about it. But when it came down to like knowing how much you could make and then renting your equipment in this in leaderboard is like one of the biggest things that will separate you from like everybody else. Cheers, buddy. Much appreciated. So yeah, that was one big thing I had to like really like deal with, because I've never rented anything in this game before. I've always just bought everything because that was the game. That was how I played it. I was talking to Old Man and Split and a few others, and they were just like, yeah, you start off, you rent your equipment, you get this, you get to like tier 4, blah. I'm like, what? So for the first sort of, if you go back and watch like my first video of this leaderboard, I'm literally sitting there just going, I am petrified, because I was scared of doing anything because I knew I couldn't afford it. It's like, how can you not afford it? It's like, well, because you'll make money from this. It's like, no, but I might not. And that was my problem. It was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to make this money. So after like actually seeing it work for me, where I was able to like, oh, you have got to be bloody crapping me, you absolute butt munching wanking retard. Go fudge yourself. I might be able to drive that around, but jeebus. Do you bother with the story papers? Not in this, no. You bother with the boxes. So in leaderboard, there are boxes dotted around that give you like extra things, like you can dig. You'll get an extra like 3% of value after digging at night, that sort of thing. But apart from that, no, I don't. There's no point in doing the pages unless you really want to. But as it's leaderboard, your main thing is to dig and dig and dig some more, basically. Come on, you only have to survive a few more hours. Don't move. So the boxes they were put in the game specifically for leaderboard, so you get extra bits and pieces. It just works. So the best thing you can really do is, like, day one is literally run around, pick up all the boxes, and then start digging, because you'll make more money straight away. The music just got loud. Oh crap! Not sure why that happened. There you go. Sorry, I didn't touch the music. Apparently, drama. Oh, now I've got to move. Oh. Oh, I lost that, did I? Oh, that's amazing. Anyways, back to this. So yeah, the boxes are like, you'll get little bonuses, like you'll get extra gold, discounts in the shops and bits and pieces. So the idea would be your first day in, go collect the boxes. They're dotted around the map, mainly just in places that if you just explore the game, you'll find them, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next time. My first day in, it'll be like, right, I'm gonna start leaderboard. I'm gonna go looking for all the boxes first, and then I'll be fine. And I'll start digging. But yeah, I'm not as scared as I was now, like when I started, because I now know how much I can earn in a day. I know how much it's going to take me. I know how much it's going to cost. I know that when I get to this point and I've got like Nighthawks unlocked and I'm just like digging, I don't have to go and get magnetite anymore. I can just go straight into like wave tables, and I don't really have to worry. So now all that's out of my head, I could literally come into next season and I'll start better, I'll play better, and I'll do this. What I'm doing now, this is bad. You shouldn't do what this is. You shouldn't do what I'm doing here. What do you think of going to add in to the game? I hope they add more equipment. I hope they add more claims. I hope that I want to see a roadmap. And the reason why I want to see a roadmap is because then it shows the dedication of what's going to happen in the game. Either that, or just announce Gold Rush 2 and just make a whole new game. You know, let us play leaderboards for another 2 years, build a new game, and then in 2 years' time we'll come in and go, "Ooh, that's pretty." That sort of thing. But either way, I don't mind. The reason why I came back to Gold Rush was because I thought it was going to be my last time playing it. So coming back and seeing all the new development coming in, and the devs actually talk about what they're doing with the game. Even the big thing for me was like their transparency thing, because before Code Horizon weren't very sort of open with what was going on. Nowadays they've got an HR lady in the Discord, so there's actively someone who's promoting it, which is very very different. And there's also like they've got a TikTok page, and they've made like the new quad bike thingy, and they're actively building in the game. And I'm like, it's weird, like, because before I was used to Code Horizon not saying anything. You know, they went silent for months and months and months at a time. But now these people are actually, some of them are actively talking in the Discord. They're there to answer your questions. And it's like, it's just a different Code Horizon. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I haven't got a clue, and I'm just, I'm up for it now. So if they announce anything new and everything, I'll cover it, because that's what this channel is going to be from now on. It's going to be like, there's going to be a lot of mining content on this channel now. Like Out of Oars multiplayer, it comes out soon. So I've spoken to Split already. I'm like, if you need someone to like wheel around on, I'll come and play. And he goes, yep, sure, cool. So what I might do is I might record those sessions and then paste them into a video, so you actually get to see me playing in somebody else's game. Did you buy the quad? I did, and then I parked it out front. Because, I did it just because someone asked to actually see what it was. So I do own it, I just don't yet. I literally drove it 3 feet and then just rolled it onto a curb and then just left it there. It's still in town. I don't care. It's that simple. Like, no, I can't be bothered. It's crap though. It's like, it's not very big. It doesn't do this. The quad is cool, but there's a... Well, yeah, you could just fast travel. I mean, that's faster. Just do that instead. Right, I need to move me to take out this last square, and then it's almost time. Oh yeah, I'm backwards. Yeah. When you got 40 minutes, it's fine. Right, I need... I always dig at full arm. And the reason why I do this is, for me, this feels faster because I'm not having to keep bending the excavator's arm. As long as I can load straight away, I'm like, done, cool. Right, next one. Done, next one. When you start bending the arm, you have to do the straightening out part, then you do this. Like this, for me, just feels better. And I just need this one square left, and then I'm done. And then whatever's the gold total left, I'm hoping that I might be able to just get enough out of this to actually just fill up for a whole like dealio. That's what I'm hoping. I might edge back a bit and then just take the bit out in front if I need the extra dirt. I'll just load straight onto the Frank then. But I've liked this one. This has been alright. There's probably still about 40 grand's worth, well, 40,000 loads of gold in there though. I'll try and make it last a little bit. If I can fill the wash plant up this whole round, I'll be alright. But I do need to get a load more gold, so I will have to do some smelting. It's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm about to have to bounce and get to London. See my dad in the hospital. Well, dude, hope everything's okay. If not, you got my sympathies. He's getting better. Good. That's what I like to hear. Well, have a good day, buddy. Enjoy yourself, and I'll no doubt talk to you another time. See, now I have to bend the arm, straighten it back out, bring it back up. Oh no. Okay. Need to go forwards just a little bit. So bug me up a bit, but I'll get this bit here. So it just takes longer to faff around with bending the arm all the time. $85. They could do so much with this one, they would not make a new one. Oh, I know. The reason why I would say like Gold Rush 2 would be a good thing, and it's just me and the way that I see gaming, is if you created a second game, all those people who gave up playing the first one due to like lack of updates, transparency and all that stuff, then they would probably look at it and just go, alright, well, we'll see what this looks like. All they have to do is introduce it as a new, well, it's going to be the same game. Obviously it's going to be like set in a different like area. Bring in a ton of new equipment and tell people that the team is new. You know, because the old team is what really sort of held it back a bit because of just no one really ever talking. I'd say that was their main problem. Well, yeah, I mean, Gold Rush 2 would be, I mean, you would say that it would be like Unreal 5. That's what I would expect, you know. Because obviously the day and age is most people are on UE4, UE5. So. But it's an old game, and that's why they were testing stuff out in the in Discord. I said I wasn't part of that, but I saw the results, and it doesn't. No, but you know what I mean. It'll be like this generation of like system, instead of being stuck on like whatever this was built on. But they could put it on UE5. I don't know if the dirt would work on UE5 though. Because dirt's the problem. It's depending on how you want to build the game. Like, Christian's done it well on, like, Out of Ore. If you look at the way that he does it, you can either have it, like this, or you can have, like, particle dirt. So you got that choice. Hydroneer, the pixel dirt's alright. It does clog up the system a bit, though. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'd like to just see something new. And I mean, I know the quad bike is the little 4x4 thing is, it's not very big and it's not a massive thing, but it does go to show they're actually working on the game again. Or, well, with this new team, they're working on the game. And that's what I'm taking from it. But yeah, not too bad considering this was going to be my last one. And there's like all of a sudden I'm back in it. So. It is built on Unity, so they could keep... Yeah, they could do. All they have to do is just look into like restructuring the game and how it all works. You know, I mean, it's like fixing a massive circuit board in a building. You've just got to find the right wires and just make sure they follow the right path. With this game, there's a lot of like... I would say the back end's probably really messy from years of like coding and patching. It just needs stripping down and redoing, really. If they could get it back to a part where the game sort of works and just build on it, they would do well. I do find the negativity they get every time they put something up on Steam, though. I don't think a lot of the people on there realise what's going on behind the doors. Because most of the people who say negativity about a game, they don't really... They're either not in a Discord or they're not paying attention. So when I started reading up on like them doing the RTX stuff and like upgrading the graphics and updates and making the game work better, the first thing I did was I rejoined the Discord. Because if you want to see a game being progressed on, a Discord or a forum run by the actual company is one of the best things you can see. Because you're getting what everyone else is seeing before it goes live. So if they're doing like internal testing, you wouldn't see this. If you join their Discord and they do a beta session and you can join it, then you now know more than the people who are just having a go at everything. And that's why I joined the Discord. I wasn't there to beta test, I was there to just follow, see what happens. And when I got in there, they were like, yeah, you know, there's new people. I'm like, wow, okay, new team, new everything, all good. I don't know where I'm up to now. Boom. It got overrun with haters. Yeah, I know. I remember it. That's why I left the first time. The first time we got overrun by haters, and it was like, it was the Gold Rush versus Gold Hunters. That was a fun time. Just constant back and forth of bullshit. It's like, not being horrible, but if you hate a game, you hate a game. You don't have to be here to tell everybody about it. But there you go. Me personally, I don't really want to move from here until that's going through its last cycle. I need to do 5 trucks of dirt off of this area. That sucks. Ooh. So I don't know what's in that square. And that square's crap. That square's crap. But this one next to it... you know what? We'll take it. I'm just going to take it until I've run out of dirt now. I need last one. Depending on how far you're going. Yeah, it should do. I'm just going to dig until I've got 5 trucks down. Because all I've really got is like half a square. I just need to fill up the other bit. So, yeah, I'm going down as far as I can reach. Thing is, I'm hoping, because I didn't drill this square, I'm hoping the gold is in this square. It's next to a really rich one. I'm crossing my fingers. See, I need like what, I need like 5 more trucks. So well, that's what we're gonna go for. Because that's about to switch over. Or if it doesn't switch over with that lot on it, it'll switch over the next time. It should be there. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, man. And then I'm done. Oh, open. We didn't get any dirt. Probably still better than your best square. Yeah, I'm well confused about that. Da, 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 da. So I'm hoping that the amount I'm digging out now is going to be 10,000. That would be pretty cool, you know. And then I've got and then I've got like 2.5 days left until I have to. I will be streaming tomorrow, probably around the same sort of time as it's Friday. And then things just got swapped. Let's go. We've got 5 buckets left then. And then yeah, I'll stream on Saturday. That'll be last day. So whatever I get, I get. I'm just gonna go through it there and just carry on. I think my goal, if I was able to choose a goal, I'd like to get 100,000 ounces. But it all depends on the next claim. Like if there's only like 3 or 4 blocks that have only got like reachable gold, that's going to be a very short claim. That's going to be like, okay, I'm going to take like this and done. Anything I can reach under like 5 meters, I'll take. And then yeah, we're all good. Don't care about the lights. The battery doesn't matter. 1. I think the devs got real bitter, and the end actually tried to kill the game by making it harder. What, this game or the other one? Because the devs on this, they didn't really care. The whole. Hold on. Do you think you'll hope for more DLC on Gold Rush? Yeah, I do, mate. I really do. So I've only just read your comment. So the whole thing with the fight that happened in the Gold Rush community was Gold Rush versus Gold Hunters, and the devs just sat there and just carried on. Well, the old devs just stopped working on it as much. They kept leaderboards going. It was basically a maintenance mode at that point, but it's like you never really got anything out of them. And it was like, okay, maybe they've probably just given up. And when someone like Split, who was basically in there to beta alpha test the game and beta test it and follow them through and speak to them daily and sort of thing, when he stopped doing stuff for Gold Rush, it's like that's when you sort of knew that there was something wrong inside. But with this new team, they seem to be a lot better off now. But the whole Gold Rush versus Gold Hunters fight, I remember it because at the time I was fairly new to like being on Discords and stuff. Gold Rush was one of the first Discords I joined because it was a game I was really interested in. And then people started talking about gold hunters, and I looked into gold hunters like, well, it's got potential, blah blah. I was one of those like middleman seat things, and then all of a sudden, like, the hate started pouring. It was like, well, you know, it's going to be shit compared to this, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. I mean, you're arguing over semantics right now, because there was nothing in stone about what gold hunters really looked like or how it was going to play. The only people you could listen to were the people who played like early access, and then the joys of life happened, and then the game sort of came out, sort of, because you had to buy into it, and then everyone else was like, well, it's still not as good. And then you got the fanboy people versus the fanboys of Gold Rush versus the fanboys of Gold Hunters, and then that's when the whole sort of like, it's weird watching an eruption of something basically on the same thing. You know, you're both gold mining games, congratulations. Do you really have to be an arsehole about it all? And that's what it all came. That's what it felt like to me. And as said, I was sort of new to it all then, and I didn't like it. So for the longest time, I never played Gold Hunters. I didn't like it, but I didn't like the fights. I couldn't be bothered to deal with it. Couldn't be bothered to listen to anybody about it at all. So I just stopped. And that's when I stopped playing Gold Rush. That's when I stopped playing everything. I just went my own little way on. I went Hydroneer at that point. And then I eventually got into the Gold Hunter beta, because they put it up on Steam. And they were like, yeah, cool, we're going to be doing an open beta. Anyone can join. So, right, okay, really cool. And I played it. I sat there. If you watch my videos on it, that game really needed work a year ago, and it had been in development for 4 years or 5 years at that point. I'm like, there's something wrong here. You know, this game doesn't feel like it should. And then Old Man Gaming bought it for me as like an early Christmas present, and now I have to play the game again and talk about it again. And if it's not any good and it still feels like a pile of junk, I'm going to call it out again. I'm going to have a go at it again, because you can't put a game in development for 6 years and not make any fucking progress. The game, by then you need a full-fledged game. That's what you need. Did Gold Hunters come out? Yeah, it's out now. You can buy it now. But the thing to like piss you off more is if you were an actual backer of the game. You paid like $25-30 to back the game to make sure that the game went through development. So that was like his Kickstarter thing. The game's now 15 quid, which means it's less than what you were being charged when you got early access to it. Which, that would make me a little bit salty. That would annoy me if I was a backer of a game and then all of a sudden it's cheaper than what I paid for it. You know? Yeah, Gold Hunt's out. So you can go and watch my video on it. I put it out about a year ago. And I still get people commenting on that video like quite recently, just saying the game hasn't changed, it's still shit, blah blah blah. I'm like, Jeebus, you know, I mean, this is a game that people are like, oh, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be the best gold mining game ever, and it's just ropey, it really is. So yeah, I will be releasing a video at least on this channel after leaderboard, when I've got my head sorted out and I know where I'm sort of like what I'm playing and this and the other between streams, because after leaderboard I'll only be streaming 3 times a week, so it means I've got time to put some videos together and get shit sorted. And one of those times I will do a little bit of Gold Hunters. So what I probably will do is I'll probably do a little bit of streaming on Gold Hunters. So I will take the good and the bad, we'll have a little play around on it, we'll see what it looks like, and then I will form a review on it. And if it's still pretty much shockingly bad and I don't really want to play it ever again, then I will make that video. And I don't care who I piss off, and I don't care who I annoy. If you're still making a game 6 years later and it's still a big pile of heapy garbage, then you deserve the criticism. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. Like I said, I've been playing video games for 35 years. I can sit here and talk about games. I get sad when I see a game with a bunch of... Yeah, man, like Gold Hunt's had so much potential. If it was worked on properly, if the game actually worked, and it wasn't all... Back then it was all stuttery and horrible, the game didn't load properly, the tent was 2 feet high, you could park your dog in it, nothing else. The mining itself felt really, really sort of like stiff and horrible. It just didn't feel like a natural playing game. It was just... Well, rubbish. And that's all I could really describe it as, apart from like every other word that you can come up with rubbish that isn't as kind. If you want to do multiplayer on Gold Hunter, let me know, mate. I might only be on it for like a day. I can form my opinions quite. If the game is as bad as it was, how I remember it, I won't be even on it for a day. That's my issue with it. I still remember how bad it is. Like, it's like a scar. It's never going away. I know what it was like, and yeah. The worst part is when you bought it and you sent it to me as a gift. I'm sitting there just going, "Oh fucking Christ, no!" I didn't want to touch it again, but yeah, I was gonna buy it for like once, and then I was gonna refund it. I wasn't gonna play it for 4 hours. Let's put it that way. I was gonna play it for like 2 hours, look at everything, see how it all worked again, and then just dive off it and try and get a refund. But they did fix the dirt, so digging is better, but there are still so many issues. See, that shouldn't be a thing 6 years later. You know? Look at Out of Ore, which has only been around for like a year now, and look how much progress Christian's made on that compared to Gold Hunters. And Gold Hunters is the same price as Out of Ore. Out of Ore is just a massively more like bigger game, and it runs so much better. And that's why when people go, well, it's only a one-man band, so it's Out of Ore. So was Hybridsteel at one point. You know, a lot of games start off with one-man bands because the people who make them can't afford a staff, but it just seemed Gold Hunters. With Gold Hunters, he needed help. He needed somebody who knew what they were doing, like actual building code and stuff, because it's a really, really slow, bad process. You think they have a couple of people now? Well, it needs to be fixed then. YouTube is being stupid. It dropped me down to one. Yeah, it's been doing that to me recently as well. I don't know why it's happening. All of a sudden, I'll be watching a video and the quality will just drop out. I'm like, well, that's new. I think it's internal. It's not a me problem, because if it's happening to other people, then I'm all happy. And the reason why is because I know it's not just me. Thank you for confirming. Is this 2 or 3? I can't remember anymore. Again. Oh, my neck. You wanted it to be good, but it's not happened yet. Yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. Right, those buckets down the bottom are going to fill up too fast, which means I'm going to start losing gold. I need 2 other buckets. Yeah. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll chuck these in here. Where did I put it on? That the other one? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so that's those 2. That's fine. I'm going to need those for emptying the nuggeters. So yeah, they were filling up too fast. Like, those ones at the front were 74%, and then everything else below it is like 20% behind. So it's very strange. Oh, that's better. Right, that's all coming through now. I need one. I think, yeah, I only need, if that's 19% off of that, goes through there, that's going to be like 70-ish. So, yeah, I need a few. I need like one and a bit trucks. It's getting sort of desperate now. Bummer. Right, okay, I've got an idea. I'm just going to dig straight in. I just need to move this down here, so it's basically out of the way. Go back to here, and we're just going to dig straight onto the conveyor belt. I need to move me. Right. Doodaloo. Doodaloo. He's beginning to believe. Oh, camera angles suck. Right, and we just go until it says you're losing gold, and then I'm going to lose some gold. The best part about this, if it drops off the bottom and I need to re-get it, I'm only digging right here. It's fine. It's like right next to me. Afternoon, Ben. How you doing, sir? You've just woken up. You're afraid of falling behind, even further behind Gad? Gad's probably, yeah. Have you done a clean out yet? No. The last couple, this is my last round, so yeah. I'm sort of expecting like 10,000, but we'll see. If I get 10,000 ounces out of this cleanup, I'll be laughing my ass off, because that puts me up to like 70,000 ounces. So that'll be a laugh. Normally takes me about 3 hours to do like 30, like the amount of buckets I do. Like one whole cleanup for me is 24 buckets. So that's like 3 hours worth of play. You got a pot noodle for lunch and a bowl of frazzles. Living the life, man. Living the life. Oh, man. I had a packet of malted milk biscuits. My Ocado shopping doesn't turn up until Saturday. I had to do it through Ocado because I haven't got any physical money, so I had to use PayPal credit to pay for shopping, which was fun. I've never done that before. It's always good to have like an emergency backup. But it's the first time I've ever had this is the first time I'm having like Marks and Spencer's anything. It's also expensive. The worst part is it's the only way I could have got any sort of shopping until Monday. I'm like, cool, okay, I'm gonna need milk, I need bread, I need this, that and the other, we need a few bits. Oh, and minimum spends 40 quid. Oh, bloody hell, right, okay. So I did that all through PayPal and I'm like, okay, I have got to pay all this back, but it's literally the only way I can afford food. So that's what we did. Never had Marks and Spencer's anything. So I'm gonna be like posh hybrid for a couple of days. I'm gonna know what real I'm gonna know what posh people feel like. But it's Marks and Spencer's. Yeah. Huh? No, I won't. I'll be alright. But Marks and Spencer's gammon. For those who don't know, or you're American, Marks and Spencer's is quite expensive in the UK. It used to be. It used to be really expensive. Like nowadays, I think Waitrose takes the biscuit for like everything. Waitrose, they don't do buy one get one free offers. They do buy one get another one the same price. They don't do things like that, or haven't ever seen one. Right, let me just turn the lights off a second. Let me just swizzle. Oh, it's down to 40% fuel. Okay. We are full. It's going to be interesting because I'm not processing it. Oh, but that first one didn't go through. Bollocks! Oh no, because the bucket's probably full. That's why it did that. Are you full? Oh, sort of. They're not full. This annoys the smeg out of me. They're not full. See, they weren't full. Now we're going to do a cleanup. Sorry, Gad. I'm not sure how far you're going to be behind now. Take that as well. That's going to go into there. We did 2,253 yards of done. That's the highest I've done for a while. Oh, there you go. See? Can you poo in the bucket? No. It's just a shame. That can go on there. I guessed it 48,000. Oh yeah, we could take like a friendly bet. What does everybody think is going to happen? Yeah. Turn the old nuggeters on. Take this hose out. Put this back in. Go over there. Razek, how you doing, bud? Oh no, you in hole. There. 76,000. Oh, there's no way I'm getting 76,000. I'm not getting 30,000 ounces out of this. Like, be reasonable. I'll put it into perspective. My highest gold take in one go was like 6k. So I'm on the caution of like 45 to 46,000. Because I've got 40,000 ounces now. Okay, I'm expecting like sort of like 5 or 6,000, and that's me who's just dug it all. 2,600 yards per day yesterday for me. That's how you're catching up though, that's the worst part. Gotta move faster. Is this 15 trucks? No, this is 30. This is 30 truckfuls, 24 buckets. $4,000 to $7,000? Alright. I don't do half cleanups for me is literally 15 trucks. 30 trucks for me is a full cleanup. So if I was rushed, like I should have been right at the beginning when I was playing on like tier 3, I should have been doing 5 truck cleanups, but I was still in my head like I need to do 30. So that was my problem on like Rivertown. If I'd have just I can't bloody do it, can't bloody buckets down. If I'd have just sat there and just gone right, okay, I need to do like 15 trucks and done. But I was doing double cleanups on Rivertown because that's how I work. But if I'd have just sat there and just gone, look, all you have to do is just get gold. Don't worry about how many trucks you're doing. Just get gold. I would have done like 5 trucks done. 5 trucks done. I want to do 15. Stupid. Now, as long as nothing goes wrong and they don't get stuck, we should be fine. Oh, in the hole, in the hole. Go forwards. I would say based off the average clean outs I've seen, I would guess 6. Yeah, 6.5 sounds about right. 6 to 7k I would say was like that would be a good one, but it's depend. Like some of the squares I've dug through, I might have like they might be like 3,000 ounces and I'm taking quite a lot of it. I don't know. Like and subscribe on Hybrid, so Hybrid can eat. At that point, no, that'd be like, please donate in £2 a month can feed the starving streamer. Or the other one is, toss a coin to your streamer. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, whoa, whoa. Toss a coin to your streamer. You rich fucking Brit. I was supposed to do that as a parody. I never got around to finishing it, let's put it that way. It is a shame. Oh. Keep decapitating myself. That was quite funny. I actually wrote it all out a while ago, and I was trying to parody it for just like, I saw this idea of how someone asks for donations but doesn't quite ask for them, and they've created like little like snippets of clips and bits and pieces. I'm like, this is actually really clever, and it all comes from the Y files. And at one point the streamer he'll be on with like hecklefish, or no, he won't be on with hecklefish. Is like a little fish in a bowl that doesn't really exist. But what he's got set up, he's got little videos of hecklefish like singing a song, and it'll be in the style of a song, but it'll be like, you can donate to the stream and that sort of thing because you can like support them. I was like, it's a really clever thing. I was like, if I could actually parody like toss a coin to your Witcher in the style of like toss a coin to your streamer, then I thought that was a good idea. But then I never got round to actually doing it. All I can spare at least is family. It's alright, man. There's food in the house. There's drinks in the cupboard. We're okay. It's just like, yeah, I said, this week is that week where it tests you, and it's the same every year. Like January 1st all the way through to whenever. Like normally till about the end of January, it's a test. It's like, okay, you've indulged, you've eaten too much, now you're skint and you've got no money left, all your bills have come out. You're fine, you're financially okay, but you're going to be screwed for about 2-3 weeks. I'm like, okay, cool. That's how I see like that's how I see the beginning of January every year. And it's mainly because like the benefits people and everything they do everything like before Christmas. So it leaves you for weeks without money. Your brother nicked your pot noodle. Go and eat it. No, just go and spit in it. If he nicked it, I'm going to go and spit in that pot noodle so he gives it back. That's what I would do, but that's just me. If you want something back and he goes, no, grab it, spit in it, and then go and say, go on and eat it then. If he carries on eating it, then he's got issues. Just the way I would solve that argument. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna eat a pot noodle, and he'd stolen it off you just there and then. I have tagged that as a short though, so I might have to use that as a clip just to be funny. Basically, so here's the reason why I keep making. I've got a few shorts on the back end now. Is because I was watching this guy. I've spoken about him quite a lot. Pirate Software, Alex Thor thingamajig. I can't remember his last name. And what he does is he takes his streams and he basically, when someone asks him a question and it's an interesting answer or it's a funny answer, he'll clip that out as a short and then he'll upload it so it adds interaction to the channel. And I was like, that's a really good idea. His shorts are brilliant, and basically they're all like short stories about things that he gets asked. I'm like, this is such a good idea. Number one, you're getting a little bit of insight into his life. Number two, mildly entertaining. I mean, it's all good. So that's what I've started to do. I've started to go, is that good enough to be a short? And if it's good enough to be a short, then I've got a little thing that's called Atium, and it records the last 5 minutes of a conversation from me, and I'm like, this is ideal. So that's what I'm going to do, and I've already done 2. One of them was actually about Ben's towels. So I've already done Ben's towels and learned from my mistakes, and then just go from there really. So they're going to be random snippets of the stream, and that's sort of why I wanted to do a bit more streaming, because I'm able to do like shorter content that sort of supports the actual stream itself. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking into. Again, this is all something I need to cover into a video, so people don't go, well, he's abandoning us. But I watch Thor most mornings. I'll normally watch for like an hour or two, and then I'll come and do my own thing. Or if I'm doing like thumbnails or bits and everything else, so that's when I normally watch him. But his channel blew up like massively. So the strategy works. It really does. Like if you can stream 5 to 8 hours a day, and you can provide a sort of service and create content out of it as well at the same time, it's amazing. It really is. It's great to know I've become a permanent snapshot of a channel. It will be like as I said, it's one thing I'm looking into, sort of like chucking them all out, and just I need to get like the thing is that the streams have to keep going in order for that to carry on. So in order for me to like get shorts and bits and pieces sorted, I need to stream more, which is part of the change of the channel. Does the Jenny normally spark like that? No, the water pump does. The water pump sparks all the time. It's very random. I'm stuck now. Come on. So far, 3,000 ounces of gold, and I'm about halfway through. That ain't bad. Hello, beautiful beard, and how are you doing? I'm doing alright. Doing good. Just totting up my last gold away before I have to reset my claim. And I've got to go and sort of spend a lot of money on drills. I could do, yeah. So they're all little things I need to design and do, because I can't pay people to do things for me because I can't afford things. So yeah, I'll get around like the end screen. I'm going to change the end screen and like get it up and just like I'll probably try and do the end screen where if I go off stream, like the end stream is going to have like a little video of me talking and just like rabbiting on about something, and then that would be the end of the stream normally. So yeah. Have you ever told your beard care routine? I don't have one. My beard care routine is wake up and brush it. That's basically it. And I wash with Aussie shampoo and conditioner, but I don't wash it every day. Right, there we go. Last lot of gold. That's 45,000. We've done 5,000 ounces so far. That's not bad for like under 3 hours. Do a 100 bucket challenge and cash it in on the last day. Oh, it takes 3 hours to dig 24 buckets. Oh no. 6 hours to do 50. 9 hours to do 75. I would need to play the game 12 more hours to do that. 12 hours just to dig 100 buckets of dirt. Then you got to buy 100 buckets as well. There might be something I do in the next one. We did 5,579 ounces. There you go. 3 tennis balls have just randomly appeared on in my back garden, and I'm really confused. That's right. That's new people. Cowgirl Delight 420. How you doing? Right. How much have I got? Oh, you know what? I can't leave it. I can't leave it. I have to do this. Oh no. Fuck it. Leave it. Don't do it. I've been here all night and couldn't sleep. I've only been live for 3 hours. It's been fun. Right. Where does that put me in leaderboard? 66,000 ounces. That puts me in 14th. It's not bad. Like the next step is literally Dojo. I don't think he's playing anymore because he was first and he hasn't moved since. So I might get to third. I might be 13th. We've got 3 days, so. So here you go. This is how I'm doing it. I haven't saved the game, right? I haven't saved the game. I am going to go Nighthawk. I am paying my $1 million. I am confirming my $1 million. I have reset the claim. Okay? Right? So just to put this into perspective, I have reset my claim. There is nothing on my claim now. And the reason why those squares are highlighted is because that was what was highlighted. There you go, look. I've reset my claim. There is no drill spots, no nothing. I haven't saved my game. I'm not reloading my game. I'm literally going to play whatever the map this is. Okay? So now, I'm going to go to Old Glen Bank. I'm going to click on Nighthawk. I'm going to purchase 20 drills. 20 drills. And just do this until I've spent like $1 million. So I'm gonna drill and dig whatever comes up on this map. I'm not gonna go, oh, I need to reload my save quick. I'm gonna do it as it is. If I wanted to reset the claim, I'd pay for it. I'm not going backwards. I need another mouse so I can click the confirm button on a different button. You only need about 20 after that. It's really not much. Oh no, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep going. Right, okay, cool. Now let's have a look at my map. Gold map. There we go. That's a good square. Actually, these are all bloody good squares. Got to spend that money somehow, yeah. So I would grid off. I'd probably go tighter because I think I went out a bit further last time. It didn't get you as much. So I would go here, here, here. Need 460, 461. The value in this is really good. So I didn't hit that one this time, but another bankroll claim, yeah. And you guys have, I'm not resetting my claim. I'm not resaving the game and reloading it. I'll dig out what I can in the next few days. Because it's going to take a while to get. It's going to take a while for me to do this because I'm going to manually do it all again. I'll get my dozer out and we'll go for. Yeah, I think the dozer is the first thing I should really go for and just try and level out that gland and then bring in the franks again because all your stuff goes into storage. So yeah, but that's what I've got to do. So now you've seen it and I've done it. Here we go, and I'm going to save the game. Default save, done. I haven't got 1 million saves. And I'll explain. Auto save is whatever auto saves. Starting point, look at when that was saved. That was the 22nd of November 2023. That was the end of my season mode when I was doing it for the videos. So this is literally the only save I'm using, the default save. So yeah, I've got to bring all my stuff in now. This is going to be fun. So yeah, I'll bring it all through. And the only thing I need to move is the dozer. So transport, Nighthawk. And then what I will do today, because I'll go and get my kids in a couple hours, because it's 1:15 now. So what I will do now is I will go through this, I'll set it all up, and I'll just start digging, because that's how it's going to be. And all that's here. Mum's livid about the pot noodle. She told me that he can bloody well buy you a new one. Good for her. Dumped 40,000. Yeah, it says on the last. What I'm tempted to do is I'm gonna be streaming on the last day, right? So I might just buy one wavetable, right? Dig out. I've got 12 hours. If I can do 12 hours worth of digging, and I get 100 buckets, right? I think that might be a thing that we do. It might just be worth it. Just do 100 bucket cleanup on the last day, or just do as many buckets as I can. So between now and like, was it 11 o'clock on Saturday? Because that's when I'll probably come off. Yeah, right. We'll do that. I'm not going from now on. I'm not going to do another bucket cleanup until the last hour of my stream. Or the last part of my stream. It's depending on how it is on Saturday, okay? So tomorrow I will be digging. I've got to go and get my dozer now. Where's my dozer? Well, if I can mark it out now, I'll be alright. Got a lot of moving things around to do, so that's going to be fun. Where's my dozer? It's not up here. Big yellow thing. It's gonna be. Oh, there it is. There it is. In the corner. So 100 buckets. Leave at least 1.5 hours. Well, the leaderboard finishes on the 7th. Let me just put up my time. So it finishes on the 7th, which is Sunday, right? My last cleanup is going to be Saturday, so it actually doesn't matter when I do it. So we'll see. Worst comes to worst, I sit there and just go, well, I'll just do it a little bit more on Sunday. I could just dig through till Sunday. Could do. But I like this land. This one is a good map. I just need to straighten it all out. That's the worst part. Right. So the wash plant is there. If I can get one row in, then I'll be alright. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. The Franks for me just make a road though. Back up. Go forwards. Alright, go up then. No? You're just going to get stuck. Fantastic. Just go up. Go up. Go up. No? Okay, cool. Oh, now you go up. Yeah, cheers. Butt munch. This is why I don't doze live on stream. I do it all when I've got peace of mind. Mainly so I don't look like a total retard. See, it just doesn't want to move now. Pop. Go off that way. Just move. Move. Yeah, it's like, oh no, there's stuff in the way. I can't move it. You're a bulldozer. I can't move the dirt. Save and reload. Oh. It's really annoying though. It's like this is like one of those things you sit there and just go, it's dirt. All the dozer has to do is move dirt. Can we get a D10? Just take the whole lot out with no problems. That'd be fine. I could go with a D10. That would be amazing. But no. It's gutless. Gutless piece of crap. Fuck's sake. It shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't be locking up like this. This is a joke. Fuck's sake. Right, I got an idea. I'm gonna drop out on Alt F4. Fuck it, we'll come back. That's really annoying. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. That's so frustrating. All you had to do was dig dirt. You just have to push. Push! No! Doesn't do it. Oh, it's just frustrating. Bloody flipping Ujima Flippy wouldn't push dirt. Like, its entire thing on this planet is to push dirt. Push it. No. Gonna stop. I ain't got the power. I need more lithium crystals. Scotty, power me up. That's what it feels like. Bloody. Ooh, shaky fist. Right. Shall we try again? Hey, it's moving now. Bloody game. Just gotta stop. I'm tired. I'm a bulldozer. I need a replacement. Yeah, you do. Well, you want a D10. At least a D10. Your brother stole your Star Wars Lego sets and most of my minifigures, so as revenge for the pot noodle, I've decided to take back all my minifigures. Well, that's not revenge, that's just you taking back your stuff. I'd take his stuff. Like, go in his room and just take his most prized possession, probably a games console or something. Just unplug it and just say, well, you stole my stuff, this is mine. And just to prove it, I'm going to lick it. And if you lick it, then he doesn't want it back, or he'll disinfect it, one of the two. There are some really horrible things you can do to like get your stuff back, or to like get other people's stuff. I would be killed. Nah, you wouldn't be killed. Your mum would step in at that point and just go, well, that serves you right. Newspaper tomorrow headline: I would lose at a video game dose. Fuck. That's what it's going to be like. Right. Build a road, Barbara. Oh, no, don't fall off. Literally just need to build straight road. That's all I need to do. Worst comes to worst, I have to go down the hill. Right, that's it. So 7k ahead. Yeah, sorry, man. And it's going to get worse for you. Because this claim that I now have is good. So, yeah. Basically, I'm building my road now. And then I'm going to set this up today. And then I'm just going to dig tomorrow. And it really only needs to be 2 squares. So I do a little bit more because I use it as a road. Like, I drive things up and down it. And I pull my my fuel tanks up it as well. So I do a little bit more. But that's just because it's me, you know. But I'll need to build a ramp down because obviously that drop off is quite dangerous. Health and safety, man. But I do a little bit wider because of like fuel tanks. I do this because of this, and I use it to drive the excavator up and the dump truck as well. So it has to get around. I can't dig until after work. I'm not going to start digging until I've got everything set up. So I probably won't start digging until I don't know, tonight at some point. Probably be like 10ish maybe for me. OSHA suggestions. What's an OSHA? I'm really confused. The safety at work thing in the US. Oh, okay. Didn't know. I'm not from the US. No, this is just me. It's like, okay, that's pretty dangerous having like, you know, a 15-foot drop at the end of the walkway. I think we need to work on that. So we just need to straighten all this out. It's all fun and games, and then we can start moving things around. But apart from that, it's all right. Oh, so close. Nearly there. No, I'll go down. I just need to flatten this out. That one little ridge in the middle, I'll just flatten it. This, I just need to push. And then I need to do one more on that side, and then we'll be good. You don't need health and safety, you just need to be a little bit more careful. Right, this ridge to the side of me, and then we are good. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy 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 hole. Right, so probably from go back from here. We'll probably just go down now. So down we go. Just push the dirt. That's all you gotta do. Push, solid push. Well done. Probably gonna have to go down a little bit, back a bit more, straighten her up a bit more, rotate 35 degrees, and then go again. And basically, this is so we can move our Frankensteins without messing around too much. So we need to go back a little bit further, push down again. See, I'm slowly getting it with this, right? The bulldozer is a bit of a bastard though. Nearly there. We'll do the other bit now. So now I've got a basis of where I'm digging from, which is about here. Now we just go down that whole distance. Push! Push! Mush. Do 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 do. Stop getting hung up. Right. I only want to finish this ramp off. That's all I want to do. It's 1:30. Do 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 do. And push. Oh, I feel like I'm in a pregnancy ward. Push! Push! Don't give up. You can do this. You haven't got a lot left. You can do this. No. Nearly there. Can't you just... No. Doesn't work like that. This is literally the only way to build a ramp in this game. You can with X. What, Twitter? Oh, okay. So close. So close. Well, Split did mention the front loader to build this sort of thing, but then this actually, for me, it just feels a little bit faster, even though I'm just not very good at it. I'm pressing forwards, right? I'm building a ramp. See, pushing forwards, and I'm pulling the thing down as much as I can as well. Now I'm calamitously falling off. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I need to go back about another, like, I think it's probably looking at about another, like, 4 feet, maybe. We'll get there. When the road is built, the Romans will march. Well, Hybrid will. So yeah, I need to start from about here. Have tea? Tea? What's tea? Have you ever had a conflict with one of your brothers? Yes. For about the last 25 years. Just happens every now and then. We butt heads, we don't talk to each other for about a week, and then we go back to playing GTA. That's how we work, that's how we roll. Unfortunately, some siblings in the world are meant to fight. That's just me in general. I'm quite an argumentative person in real life. Like away from YouTube, yeah, I can be pig-headed. I can be very argumentative. Not so much like to a lot of people, just more towards general idiocracy. It's why I took myself off Twitter, basically. So close. Once I get this right, we'll be fine. Have you ever considered Hydroneer? Have you ever considered in Hydroneer spade and bucketing the iron? Oh god, no, that takes a really long time. There have been people who have done it in the Discord, and most of them just end up going, "Oh my god, why did I do this?" It's like, because you're an idiot. You get it. I mean, some people want to do it just for a challenge, but yeah, I didn't want to do that one. That seemed like a really stupid challenge to me. Yes, there we are. The Matt Hardy, yes. We made one bit all the way, so we're all good. Yeah, I've seen the pain and anger that has caused people. There have been people who are active to it. Stripping overburden or pushing pay closer. Making a ramp so I can get to it. I'm building a base for my Frankenstein train. Basically. Oh no, the other way. Other way. There we go. You can't really push pay around. I think moving changes the... Yeah, it does, which is why this is... I'm not digging this bit. So what I'm doing is I'm building a ramp down to my... I'm building a ramp down, and then it's going to be... I can put my Frankensteins on it, and then everything up the other end I'm digging. I'm not digging this section. So where I started digging is actually where the gold starts. Come on! There we go. Now all I need to do is just flatten it off. Howdy ho and a good new year. Welcome. How you doing? I'm still on Arnold's with T3. Just started upgrading to Tier 4. Oh, you're playing normal. Fair enough. Enjoy it. Gotta be honest, like, you enjoy the game, play it and be happy. You know? This is leaderboard, unfortunately. Leaderboard sort of changes the way you play. Really does. Like, to put this into perspective, I wouldn't do this normally. I would just cut the whole lot out and be like, yeah, I'll be alright. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be so the big spiky bits don't like mess around my wheels, tracks, wheels, whatever I'm driving. Just this one bit to go, and then we are done. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Are you doing leaderboards? Yep. Oh, this is super frustrating. Right. Push, 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 push! Feel the rhythm! Feel the ride! Come along! It's sledding time! Cool runnings! Right. We are at the bottom. Worst part is cutting this ridge in as well. It's like, no, I need this flat. So I'm going to have to do a couple of passes of this. Oh yeah, I screwed up here, didn't I? Right, so central section, just going to go down like this and just going to push the dirt to the end and all will be fine. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to smooth it off a bit. It's going to jump around a little bit, but it'll be okay. As long as I can get a tracked vehicle up here and set it up, we'll be fine. And there we go. Perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but you get what I mean. It's perfect enough. I only started 2 weeks ago. That's fair. I started playing this game about 4 or 5 years ago, and then I gave up on it. And I was like, "There's no new updates. I'm not going to do this anymore. I can't even play leaderboards because I've got kids." So yeah, there was no point. But the reason why I'm playing leaderboards now is because my kids are in school. So this means I can mess around a bit and be happy and chill, you know, and not get screamed at every 5 minutes. That really does help. They're in the phase of life right now where it's just like screaming and shouting constantly and just having a go at me. I'm like, why? And then Kerry will say, it's because they love you. It's like, if they love me, they would be quiet.
Yes, do it.
The worst part about doing the Frankensteins is you have to set them up backwards. Because if you set them up forwards, like from where I am now to the wash plant, then they're going to be out by a little bit. But yeah, so everything this side, basically the hill is what I need to dig out. And we only go down like 7 meters. Well, it's 7.5 feet, or however much the arm is on the excavator. Right, actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this up here. I'm gonna go and park this in the hole where what I just made, and I'm gonna leave it here until I need it. And then worst comes to worst is I'm gonna have to use it as a thingy. I know what I mean. It's in my head. Don't worry. Right. What is this? Oh, it's a Frank. It's a Frankenstein. Let's go and get the first Frank first, shall we? And then I can move it sort of in place where I think the hopper will be. Because I haven't put the hopper out. I should put the hopper out first, but at its max it reaches about 9 meters. Okay, so yeah, it's got enough reach on it. That'll be alright then. Right, let's go. Beep, beep. Don't fall down the hole. Beep, beep, beep. Big hole, big hole, big hole. Go forwards. Well done. Right. So we're going to go and chuck this. Basically, that bit of frame in front of me, this one I'm pointing at, is where the hopper is. So I aim for the hopper because I set the hopper up. Some people don't. You can feed this straight into Glacier Creek or any other wash plant. I just still prefer to aim for the hopper because it's a bigger target. because I'm stupid, and yeah, you know, things go wrong really easily for me. So yeah, I'm doing it my way. Right, change it over, pull the conveyor belt out, hit the different camera button, and watch it fly. And that is right where I need it. So yeah, that's perfect. Oh no, a bit more that way, a bit more out. There you go. Because it's got to hit those two bits right there. That's where the main hopper actually sits. The bit of frame that's underneath that is the actual bit where the truck loads. Oh, that's better. Everything just cracked. Right, and the reason why that's raised is because I can raise it and it's fine. Can I get another Frankenstein down the side of this? I might have to just go off-road. Get a laugh on it. Let's go, baby! You know what time it is. Papa Furby, how you doing, buddy? Right. I only have to move 2 more Frankensteins. And then we are golden. Golden brown. Tasted like poo. Beep, beep, beep. Goes the horn. You're quacking up. Yeah, I probably am. I've learned to click so many parts of my body. I can even click my knee. Yeah, my brother does that. He just stands up. It's buggy and fine. Yeah, I would say the main problem with this game is it's old now. And the main issue with it was that the old developers don't do this game anymore. So it all comes down to new people taking over and doing all the stuff that we've got to wait for. Apart from that, it's all good. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the streams, the videos that I've created over the past and all the stuff I do talk about and my ramblings, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. And if you have enjoyed this stream, maybe consider becoming a member if you're not already. Pay $1 a month because you can become a 99-cent roadie. And basically that means 25 cents a week goes into the Hybridsteel I Can't Afford Food Fund. And yeah, that's where the money goes. But apart from that, it's all good, you know. If you're just here and you're just enjoying yourself, kick back, grab some popcorn, and get ready to get frustrated with somebody who's a complete moron when it comes to playing games. No, some of those people haven't. They're lurkers. It's alright. I like lurkers. Lurkers are fine. I like them. Lurkers are part of the streaming world, man. If there wasn't any lurkers, then nobody would ever subscribe to another channel because you'd never ever find them. So lurkers are amazing. I'm a lurker myself. If I'm doing stuff on like editing and everything, and I'm just sitting there listening to somebody, I lurk all the time because I haven't got time to reply. Right, we've got to line this bad boy up. So straight down the middle, right? In it. Lurking's fine. Right. Conveyor belt up. And extend. As far as we can reach. And then drive it forwards a little bit. Line it up a little bit. Swizzle it around a little bit, and then that should, technically, that should be okay. And what I will do is I'll do a little bit of a test in a minute, because you got 15% worth of fuel in each one, so it's good enough to go right. 1 scoop of dirt, make sure it works, and then all is grand. Have you ever played Polybridge? I did. I played it a little bit, but being in direct competition with someone as great as Real Civil Engineer it sucks. because he's good at that sort of thing. Because that was, you know, that he understands it all a lot more than I do. I'm just when it comes to playing games, I'm that person who's going to play, take the mick out of things, and then just carry on with life. His life used to be he was a real civil engineer. That was his entire life. So when it comes to bridging and doing like city stuff, that was what he used to do. Well, actually, he was in charge of drainage ditches and like sewers, because he was talking about this in one of his videos of what he actually used to do, and it was all about like waterways. I was like, that's pretty cool. Kind of like Dangerously Funny. Dangerously Funny is so dry humoured. I really like him. The thing is, I'm a big fan of like Jack D, who's a comedian in the UK. If you've never heard of him, and he's a very dry, sense of humoured person, but I like his style. So yeah, if I was able to create my other channel in the style of one of those, that would make my day. I'd be happier. And that's the plan. Plan is to make sort of more entertaining content on another channel. Whilst this channel is more, I think this channel is going to be more geared towards like live streaming, but I will be doing like videos and stuff as time goes on, because like I need to cover Hybridsteel. Hybridsteel is going to be like a massive project again because of the new update and what's going into it, and I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be a laugh. It's going to be fun. All that exploring, all those new things we might see, like, you know, dirt and gems. And a new drill, mate. I don't know. I'm just hoping. Hoping. On the road again. Oh, it's great to be on the road again. Right, yes, we need to turn right, and then we need to drive off the edge. Whoa, easy. Come by. Right, let me just mark out where my map is. So it's the big square in the middle that I'm aiming for. This bit. Toggle. Right there. Alright, cool. That's actually a bit of a pain in the butt, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Thankfully, I mean, actually, maybe. I mean, it's not bad. It's just normally I wouldn't extend out my Frankenstein that much, so I might draw that one back in a bit and use this as my like last point. So actually plant this one right here. Move this one forward. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, not merged. Right. Bring this back a bit. Bring this forward a bit. Bring this back a bit. Line it up a little bit more. Ooh, a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. Beep, beep, beep. Very similar to how I had it before. So, yeah. The annoying thing is I've gone over to the left and like I haven't dug that side out properly, so it's going to slide around a little bit. That should be all right. Wouldn't it be better to have the middle one as flat angled? Nah, it doesn't really matter. As long as they sort of line up, you're fine. So let me just go and get an excavator, and then I'm going to drop a bit of dirt onto it, and then see if it works. And if it works, then I'm not going to touch it. You must be multi-platform. Yeah, I'm on stream. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here. My normal schedule would be... oh, my cab's backwards. My normal schedule would be Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. The downside to this is because leaderboard has been ruling everybody's life. I was like, I'm going to stream as well. So I've been streaming quite a lot. I racked up... I think I've racked up about 100 hours of streaming on Twitch since like the end of November. When leaderboards went live, that was when I went live. And I haven't... Apart from going away for Christmas, and I had like 1 or 2 days off, I've streamed nearly every day. So out of... what, 35 days? I think I've done like 29 of those. All I need to do is drop one bit of dirt, turn the conveyor belts on, and if they all link up and they all work, I'm not moving them. I will just... Oh no, I left my dozer running. Bombs! It's not good. Actually, if I get my fuel tank right, I might be able to fuel up both of these in one go. Maybe. Go on. Yeah, that's how we do it. Drop the dirt. Yeah. Right. Get out. Turn this off before it runs out of fuel completely, because I'm a fool for leaving it. Right. Okay. And if this is all right, then it's all good. Right. So now I need to go down to there, and I need to turn on my first Frankenstein. I just need to see if this works. The water source has dried up. Well, that's because it's summer. Donut. Right, conveyor belt. G. Yeah. Right, now we need to go to the next one, and we need to go conveyor belt in G. Can you load Franks with a loader? You can load Franks with a not the front loader, yes, but it feels a bit wide. Like the blade almost feels too wide for it, so I tend to use the truck. G. Oh, I'm in drive mode, that's why. Conveyor belt. Let's go. Right, you've got a little bit of dirt. We just need you to get to the top and then drop off the top. Right. Hopefully this works, and then I can sit there, sit back, eat some ice cream, and have a jolly good day. Pucker. That's wicked. That's on there. That's the animation though, so that's alright. We can deal with that. It might need a little bit of a nudge to the left, but apart from that, it's fine. Next. Rain dirt. Raining dirt. Excellent. This one needs a little bit of an adjustment. It needs to go back a smidge. That's right, we can do that. So we need to turn the power on. We just need to drop it back a little bit. That's perfect. And then that's going to get to the top of this belt, and then it will fall straight onto the floor, and that's where the hopper goes. Brilliant. Alright, cool. That's done. Sorted, mate. Ready, sorted. Turn it off. And then I've got some sorting out to do. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make this wider, because this is going to annoy the smeg out of me. It's going to piss me off. So I'll probably just run the dozer down the side of here and we'll be fine. This one... turn that off. Hit the X button. There we go. Perfect. Alright, cool. And there we go. So all I need to do now is I need to take my excavator and I need to go and dig a hole. Is this the right one? Yeah, it's one I've changed all the teeth on. That's fine. So I need to go and dig a hole, and I need to use my other excavator to set up my wash plant. I need to buy some hooks because I haven't got any, and then I need to set up all the hoses and go from there. So this is going to be a fun time. There's my excavator. So I need the only thing I need to do now is I need to buy hooks, and then I am done for today. Need to buy some hooks though. I'm thinking like the 7 feet ones are alright, aren't they? 7 meter hooks. Accessories. 7 meter steel cables. See, I like the 5s because they don't drag as much. I'll buy 6 because I'm prone to breaking them. And I need to go and get my excavator. I need to refuel it. And then I need to drive. It's going to be good. The worst part is like the other one of these is up the other end. So I'm going to have to go and walk. I'm going to have to walk away and get one. Up. Diggy hole. Diggy hole. What is the worst possible drug to get addicted to? Oxygen. You're a constant abuser for your entire life if you're hooked on oxygen. The best thing you could do is to stop breathing. No, worst drug, legal or illegal? Because there's a difference. Like illegal drugs, you're looking at like, I don't know, ketamine's pretty bad. Going by it. That horse tranquilizer stuff they're using in America to lace up all their other drugs, which is just called trank. Fentanyl, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I'd say fentanyl's like the worst so far. It seems to turn everybody into a zombie at the moment. Which is, if you watch anything to do with America, when it comes to like Philadelphia, San Francisco, like the West Coast is just being hit by fentanyl addiction, which is a bit of a bitch. And that just basically turns everybody into like a standing still zombie. They just stand there and they're hunched over themselves, and eventually they just die. When it comes to legal drugs, I would say alcohol's pretty much the worst. It's a legal way of like killing you. Smoking's a good one. But yeah, illegal, I'd say fentanyl's pretty bad, trank's pretty bad. When you start seeing when you see the effects on people of what it's doing to people, you just don't want to touch it. It just I know it looks like an easy way out for like, you know, getting stoned or high or whatever you're aiming for, but genuinely it just looks like a horror story. I watch a lot of YouTube when it comes to like the drug addiction stuff. It started when I was watching Peter Santinello. I think he did a special about it. Like he went over there and saw what it was doing to people, and then he saw, and then I just started following from there. But then I went on my own little expedition around the internet to like look up like how bad fentanyl was and what it was actually doing to people, and you know, looking into trank and how it's all being laced. It's just basically coming from Mexico. and like other countries down south where they're basically lacing things like cocaine and other powdery drugs. And basically when you take it, it hits you really hard, apparently. I wouldn't know myself. I haven't ever really done drugs. I've got high off of like my friend's supply, because my friend was one of those people who smoked weed, and that's how I got high. Not me, like I wasn't smoking it myself, I was just in the same room. But things start going a bit funky. Right, I'm done. It's been emotional. So yeah, I'm going to set this up this afternoon, and then I'm going to start digging, basically. So I want to say thank you very much for kicking by the last 4 hours. Thank you very much for kicking around. It's been most appreciated. Again, if you have enjoyed this, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. If you want to support the channel, you can financially by becoming a member. You can buy some merch, get a cool hat. I've got a whole store full of merch from both the UK and, Europe and America. So the links are in the description box. And anything else you want, it's all down there as well. I want to say thank you very much for kicking by. Peace. Oh, God. Let me just stop breathing. Peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you tomorrow, where we will only have 2 more days to go until we finish leaderboards. Bye bye for now.